Now we proudly present Berwick Bulldogs football on Pop Radio. Brought to you by
Overhead Door of Berwick, Berwick Notary, State Farm Insurance, Sean Black and Lori Powell, First Keystone Community Bank, the Willows Golf Course, Journey Bank, Flick Brothers Electric in Bloomsburg, Blaze Alexander Family Buick GMC of Bloomsburg, Berwick Dental Arts, W&L Subaru, Nissan and Mazda, Reds Roofing, Preferred Portables, Nespoli Jewelers, Neighborhood Fence, Ken Pollock Ford, Mayo Funeral Home, ND Accounting and Consulting, and Mason's Monogram Service.
Here's Jim Doyle and Andy Ulickney.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight from Crispin Field in Berwick, it's the Bulldogs against the Hawkeyes of Hanover area. I am Jim Doyle along with Andy Ulickney. The producer of this broadcast is Ashlyn Walshaw. The high school football regular season reaches the halfway mark with this weekend's games here at Crispin Field. It's the Bulldogs in the first meeting with Hanover area since 1949. Both teams looking for that elusive first win. Both teams come in 0-4. Both teams obviously feeling this is one that they can get. For Hanover area, they are probably the youngest team Berwick's going to face all season. 15 of their 22 starters are freshmen and sophomores. Not only do they have the disadvantage of inexperience, but they also have the disadvantage of not playing any home games this season. Hanover Memorial Stadium closed for the season. Lead paint particles discovered inside the stadium, so they have played home games at Nanticoke's Chignosky Stadium, at Wilkes-Barre area. Later they'll play a game at King's, so that makes it extra difficult, and yet they have battled hard. Just a couple of weeks ago, came in just short in a 24-20 loss to Holy Cross. Their other losses to Marion Catholic, Riverside, and Old Forge. For the Bulldogs, boy, it was looking like that first win was coming last Friday night. They had a lead over Hazleton area. They had a first and goal 10-yard line. They did not score. And Hazleton area got a 77-yard touchdown run in their first play from scrimmage after they took over, and it was all downhill after that as the Bulldogs lost 27-10. Their other losses to Lake Lehman, Mid-Valley, and Lackawanna Trail. Berwick comes to this game very, very short-handed. Gavin Galusha, their outstanding running back, coming off the best game of his career, out. Jake Lisnock, out. Julian Howie, out. Caleb May, out. Matt Gordner, out. So the Bulldogs will have to fill in and hope they can get that elusive first win here tonight. Andy Ulickney with us for Bulldogs football. Andy, the cliche in football is next man up. Next man up. Someone gets hurt, you just bring the next man up. And that's the attitude you have to have. But there's a reason why the next man is the next man. And Berwick's certainly not. The names I mentioned are all contributors to this team.
Big-time contributors, Jim. But Berwick's had some depth over the course of the season. Matt Gordner, you mentioned the lineman. I think it's going to be a game where the linemen really matter. I've been very impressed with Nico Lotzinski, who's been filling in, it seems, at every position in the line and defensively. So I'm hoping, Berwick hopes that he can come up and do the job and help steamroll this team. Lisnock at quarterback. Billy Hansen has another game under his belt, and I'm sure a few more wrinkles for him. Saw Ty Wilkerson taking some snaps and throwing the ball, so maybe a little wildcat and change up there. You mentioned the skilled people in Galusha and May and Julian Howie. Well, it opens up for guys like Sean Bankus to come up, Wilkerson to do a little bit more, Gabe Decker to become more into the game plan. So while it's next man up, there are names that we know that will be stepping into those roles and a chance for these guys to make their start.
Hanover area has two outstanding receivers, Deacon Eisenbach and Jonathan Otway-Kellum. Just watching them in the pregame, they have wheels, they have hands, and Caleb May could be a significant loss for Berwick tonight. He has been the guy that they've put on the best receivers of the opposing team.
He's been the lockdown corner, Jim, and very, very noticeable on the field because there's been some outstanding receivers he's been battling with throughout this season. You'll miss him. But you're hoping that, you can blanket things, throw a zone out, get a little bit more pressure. It is a freshman quarterback, Logan Richardson, throwing to them. But they've stepped it up. They have good numbers, 11 and 12 receptions respectively. Eisenbach missed the first 2 games of the season, and he's still up there among the team leaders. So, yeah, I think you have to give a lot of attention to that passing game, and having Caleb May out makes it all the harder. And
by later with the keys to tonight's game, the head coach of the Hawkeyes of Hanover area is Jason Majerus. We'll hear from him coming up next. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
Escape the ordinary this fall. Navigate the unpaved roads in a Mazda CX-50 with as low as 0.9% financing for 60 months or 1.9% for 72 months at W&L Mazda. Maneuver through the city streets in a nimble Mazda CX-30 with low financing rates or up to $1,000 customer cash. Find your Mazda at W&L, off Route 11 in Northumberland, online at WNLMazda.com or at the Bloomsburg Fair.
Financing available to well-qualified applicants only. Offer cannot be combined with any other discounts or incentives other than loyalty or military offers. Offer ends 9/3/24. See W&L Mazda for complete offer details.
At Journey Bank, we believe your checking account should do more for you. That's why we offer Bazing Checking. With Bazing Checking, enjoy cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and savings both in-store and online at over 300,000 local and national retailers.
Bazing Checking not only helps me save money with deals and discounts, it also protects my cell phone and provides peace of mind when I'm on the road.
Bazing Checking. It's banking that looks out for you. Switch to Bazing Checking at Journey Bank today. Visit journeybank.com or stop by any of our 20 community office locations. Journey Bank. Let's get you there.
Are you on the market for a new set of wheels? Once you find it, whether it's a functional grocery getter or a midlife crisis hot rod, the tag and title experts at Berwick Notary in Berwick are open 6 days a week, so you can be rest assured you'll be on the road and legal in no time. Berwick Notary can transfer a title, register an ATV or any kind of vehicle, and they're the only notary in Columbia County that registers boats. Berwick Notary's been serving the Bulldog community for over 40 years, and they proudly support the Berwick Bulldogs. Check out their Facebook page, and go Dogs!
We're here at Ken Pollock in Berwick, and Ken is here with us. And Ken, you've been here for the last 10 years or so. Has Berwick welcomed you?
Absolutely. I think we align perfectly as a group with the Berwick community. We're community driven. We love servicing the people down here. We have great deals every day, whatever stage in life you might be at, looking for a car for your kid, family, whatever it might be. We have a huge selection here, and whatever you have, bring it down and we'll service it for you as well. Our people are very eager and very knowledgeable about the product that we do have, so we really want to help you out and make you a part of the Ken Pollock family.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Beautiful night for high school football here at Crispin Field as the Bulldogs take on the Hawkeyes of Hanover area. 9th meeting between these two schools, but the first since 1949. They actually played 6 straight times from 1944 to 49. Hanover leads the series 4-3-1. Well, Hanover area is probably the youngest team Berwick will face this season. As we mentioned earlier, the Hawkeyes have 15 starters who are either freshmen or sophomores. Included are freshman triplets, Logan, Connor, and Brody Richardson. Logan's the starting quarterback for the Hawkeyes. His head coach, Jason Majerus, thinks he's making progress at that demanding position.
You know what? Every week, Jim, he's getting better. The game is still pretty fast for him, so what we need him to do is just keep getting the reps, as much as reps at practice, and the game reps help even more. It just helps him see the game a little bit slower, and things can slow down for him a little bit. But he's doing well as a freshman.
I look at your roster, I see very, very few seniors, which makes it difficult this year, but has to feel good about the future.
No doubt. We're very excited for what the future holds. I believe offensively and defensively, we start anywhere from 6 or 7 or even 8 at sometimes either freshmen or even sophomores. So we're getting a lot of reps with these young kids, and game experience is crucial moving forward.
Well, now you face a Berwick team that's also looking for their first win. What's your scouting report on them? What concerns you about them?
I'll tell you what, they're big up front. We're watching them on film. They're big, they're physical, they have some speed. We have to play a really sound game, both offensively and defensively, to really stay in the game with them, and maybe make something happen in the special teams or something that could go our way. But they're a very good football team.
That's Jason Majerus, the head coach of the Hawkeyes of Hanover area. Just his 3rd season as head coach, but he has a world of coaching experience. He has been an assistant at Wilkes University, at Crestwood High School, Pittston area, and at Hanover area. As I mentioned, his 3rd season as head coach of the Hawkeyes. They come in with an 0-4 record. The Hawkeyes against the Bulldogs. The starting lineup's up next. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family-owned with more than 35 years experience. And new Bulldog wear for every age, including T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. They even make online fundraising easy for you. Stop in today to discuss your next fundraising opportunity. You can also shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogramming for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
Family tradition is the foundation of Nespoli Jewelers, a family tradition started by Joseph Nespoli and continued by his grandson Jonathan. For 3 generations, Nespoli Jewelers have prided themselves on mixing fine with fashion. Jonathan can customize your engagement ring and wedding bands, design a unique piece of jewelry inspired by you, or simply help you find an affordable gift. Service, quality, creativity. Nespoli Jewelers. Yesterday's principles, today's creations. East Front Street in Berwick and online at nespolijewelers.com.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick. The roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates. Why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding. Specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas. Now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Bloomsburg State Farm agent, Sean Black, at insurebloomsburg.com.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Crispin Field, home to Berwick football since 1929. The venue for tonight's game as we hit the halfway mark of the 2024 high school football regular season. Tonight, the Bulldogs taking on the Hawkeyes of Hanover area. Hanover area will start at the tight end with number 13, Omari Otway Kellum. He is 5'11", 210 pounds, a freshman. The left tackle is number 58, Noah Rivera. He's 6'1", 190, a sophomore. Tyler Garrison, one of the few seniors on this team. He is the left guard. He wears number 52. He's 5'11", 235 pounds, a senior. Jackson Yancey is the starting center, wearing number 70. He's 5'10", 225, a sophomore. Noah Bohm is the starting right guard. He wears number 55. He's 6 foot, 190, a senior. Alameen Kashirno, number 68, is the right tackle, 6'2", 205, a junior. Their leading receiver is number 1, Jonathan Otway Kellum, 5'10", 170, a sophomore, 12 catches on the season. He's averaging over 19 yards of reception and has 3 touchdowns. The quarterback, and you heard head coach Jason Majerus talk about his progress, number 9, Logan Richardson, one of triplets on this team. His other 2 brothers also in the starting lineup, one offensively at the fullback spot, one at a corner position on defense. But Logan is the quarterback, 5'10", 175. Ninth grader has completed 48% of his passes for 404 yards, 3 touchdowns. He has been susceptible to the interception. He's had 6 picks. Also, and this could be a big factor in the game, he's been susceptible to sacks. He has minus 55 yards in the rushing department. And if you were here last Friday, you saw Berwick's defense really come after Hazelton area quarterbacks. So they would like to keep the heat on tonight, maybe get some sacks on Logan Richardson. They usually split the running back position, but one of those running backs, Malik Campbell, a freshman, is out with an injury. So we'll see mostly Dwayne Downey, and he has more carries than anyone else. He's just 5'5", 160, a sophomore, but he's averaging 5.5 yards a carry, 27 attempts, 149 yards, and 2 touchdowns. We mentioned those triplets. One of them is number 32, Brody Richardson. The ninth grader is the starting fullback, 6 foot, 195 pounds. And their second leading receiver is a sophomore, Deacon Eisenbach. He's 5'10", 170. Andy mentioned this earlier. He missed the first 2 games of the season. Came back with a 7-reception effort in a close loss to Holy Cross. Coming into this one, 11 catches for 147 yards. Those are the starters offensively for the Hawkeyes of Hanover area under Jason Majerus in his 3rd season as head coach. They come in 0-4. For the Bulldogs, at the tight end, number 9, Gabe Decker, 6'3", 180, a freshman, 7 catches on the season for 75 yards. He's tied for the lead in receptions with Ty Wilkerson. We'll also see number 26, Skylar Neville, at a tight end spot. He's 6 foot, 175, a junior. The left tackle's number 56, J.J. Leonard, 6 foot, 255, a junior. Left Wadzinski, 6'1", 285, a sophomore. The right tackle, number 64, Chase Shuckers. He is 6'2", 265, a senior. At the wide receiver positions, one will be Ty Wilkerson. We might also see him at running back. Might also yards. The running back position, we'd normally be talking about Gavin Galusha. He had a great performance last week. On the season, 232 yards. And had 160. Senior. Everett Snyder has had his injury issues, but he is back, and we won't be shocked to see him at either a fullback or a linebacker position tonight. The quarterback getting his second start at that position, Billy Hansen, number 0. 6'1", 175, a senior. He had a great job running from that quarterback position in his debut as a quarterback last week. 67 yards rushing in that game. When Ashton Smith comes in at a quarterback spot, Billy will move to a wide receiver position. He has 5 catches for 77 yards and a touchdown. Mention Ashton Smith, 32% of his passes complete for 228 yards, 1 touchdown. He has had 4 passes intercepted, 2 of them have been returned for touchdowns. So that's the starting lineup offensively for the Bulldogs. They need to get it going offensively. Just 6 points a game. Just under 100 yards rushing, just under 90 yards passing on the season. And they need to create some turnovers and prevent their own. They're -5 in the turnover department. Berwick against Hanover area. Keys to tonight's game. Andy Lickney.
Well, I think keys, Jim, we have to look at Berwick's injury situation. You have to overcome those injuries. It is cliche-ish, but you do say next man up, and that's what it's going to be. At quarterback, with Jake List knockout, Billy Hansen stepped in last week, and he should be better in week 2. He has game experience under his belt. He knows what to expect. He can game plan a little bit better. Matt Gordner, key lineman out, but I love what I've been seeing out of Nico Lonzinski. Seems he can fill every position in the line and do it very, very well. And I think the line is going to be a key in this game. Look at the skilled people like Gavin Galusha, Caleb May, Julian Howie are out. Well, next man up, Sean Bankus, and boy, we saw what he can do. Oh, we saw a punt return, but sadly a penalty pulled it back. But the best run we've seen all year up at Lackawanna Trail. Just a tremendous talent. And Sean Bankus, and he'll get a chance to shine tonight. When you get out there at the wide receivers, well, you know who you're going to put out there. You have Ty Wilkerson still there. Bankus can flank out. Tight end Gabe Decker may become more important. And I was even talking to the coaches up here. Hey, put anyone out. They still have to cover them. You can still go to your stars as you want. So overcome the injuries with the next man out, and I think Berwick's capable of doing it. Offensively, the key in this game, I think it's the offensive line. They're going against an undersized and very young team. I think this offensive line has proven itself that they can come out and, push people around. So they're going to go against 8 underclassmen in the defense, 5 sophomores and 3 frosh. I think the Berwick team needs to rely on power football. They have a stable of relatively new running backs, but also a quarterback who runs very well. And I think that's going to be a big part of the game plan. Flip it around to the defense. Hanover runs a multiple variety attack, a lot of different sets. You have to be ready for every formation, make sure you're covering it. You have to stop the run. I think you're going to have to do that up front. They don't run very well, only 43.9 yards a game. So if you can stop that up front, then you can focus on the pass defense, where you're a little bit thinner with injury. They get 100 yards a game in the passing, and you mentioned Keon number 1 and number 10. Jonathan Otway Kellum, he's the leading receiver, 12 catches, 232 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's been the target for this freshman quarterback. And number 10, Deacon Eisenbach, missed the first 2 games of the season, but still up there in the numbers. Just 1 less reception than Jonathan Otway Keller, 147 yards for him. That's the keys as I see them, Jim.
Yeah, Berwick needs to run the football. That's been a weakness for Hanover area this season. The Bulldogs a little short-handed, as we mentioned. And even Billy Hansen was a question mark for much of this week. He had the ankle injury late in that Hazleton area game. But he is a real talent as a running quarterback, and gives the team an extra dimension they hadn't had prior to his insertion into that position last week.
He's really good. I love the way he looks to cut back, Jim. He's a very natural athlete. It's like playing schoolyard tag. He's comfortable. He looks very comfortable out there, and he's able to use that natural ability.
Ty Wilkerson is a real talent as far as speed is concerned, but the Bulldogs have not gotten him going. Maybe, just maybe, from the Wildcat position, we'll see him get that opportunity.
I think we will. I was surprised. I saw number 5 loosening up, throwing the ball, and I had to go over and ask Dave Robbins, who is that? He goes, oh, that's Ty. And it's like, oh, yeah, I know he wears 5, and I know he's tall, but I didn't expect to see him throwing the ball as a warming-up quarterback, passing the ball. So I do think they have him in the game plan out of the Wildcat, and maybe they'll even let him throw as well as run. The thing is, he has so much talent, so much speed that you have to utilize it more. I think he's going to be part of the game plan.
Andy mentioned the talent that the Hawkeyes have at the wide receiver position. We mentioned earlier that Caleb May, the outstanding corner, out for Berwick. We understand Ty Wilkerson will move from safety to corner, and the safeties will be Alex Estrella and Braden Schaefer. We expect to see Billy Hansen back at his normal position at cornerback. So the Bulldogs against the Hawkeyes. We'll be back with the kickoff. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
Free checking for you and your business. No strings attached. Sounds perfect, right? First Keystone Community Bank offers free personal and business checking options with free Visa debit card, no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and no monthly qualifying requirements. Checking with no gimmicks, just what you need. They'll be celebrating 160 years of serving their communities with 19 full-service locations and convenient digital banking tools 24/7. First Keystone Community Bank. Local banking for the community we all call home. Online at fkc.bank. Equal Opportunity Lender, member FDIC.
Neighbor Fence Company has fencing for where you want it, serving Columbia, Montour, and Luzerne counties. Neighbor Fence provides top-quality residential and commercial fencing, vinyl, chain link, wood, aluminum, and ornamental fencing, plus vinyl railing and specialty products. Neighbor Fence Company, 1140 State Route 239 in Wapwallopen. Call 570-752-4423 or visit them online at neighborfencecompany.com. Neighbor Fence Company is a proud sponsor of local youth athletic teams.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with 2 locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
W234BH West Hazelton at 94.7, WBWX W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, and W288CF Danville at 105.5. Your home for Berwick Bulldogs football is Pop Radio, a Southern Mountains media station. WHLN Bloomsburg.
Captains meeting at the center of the field. We're moments away from the kickoff to start tonight's game between Berwick and Hanover area. Captains for Berwick, Chase Shuckers and Billy Hansen. They're the game captains. The regular captains, Gabe Decker and Alex Estrella. For Hanover area, it's Deacon Eisenbach. When you're a sophomore in this team, you're one of the old guys. so he is out there along with one of their few seniors, starting guard on offense, Tyler Garrison.
Jimmy, we were watching them warm up, and we saw number 7 doing some kicking, and I'm thinking he's not on a 2 deep even. What's he doing? So I went over to Coach Jason Majeros and said, what's the story? Do you have a number change? He goes, well, our kicker Connor Engelman plays on the soccer team, and they have a game. He gave me a call. He's on the way, and we hope he gets here in the first quarter. So then you wonder, will they kick? They're going to choose to receive, as Berwick is opting, for the second half option.
Berwick football is powered by Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute and the region's only nationally ranked hospital for orthopedics by U.S. News and World Report. Our team is ranked among the top 20 in the nation and is your unrivaled partner for orthopedic care. Berwick will be kicking off, and Hanover area will be moving from our right to our left. Bulldogs tonight in their blue jerseys, white helmets, silver pants, white numerals and trim. And across the way, Hanover area in the blue and white. Blue helmets, blue numerals, white pants, and white jerseys.
Yeah, nice color to see in this one. A lot of blue. Berwick wearing their home blue colors, and pretty blue on the helmets, especially of Hanover areas they're going to receive. Jim, it's a young team. You mentioned it, and it's also a thin team. Only 7 players who go 2 ways. That's an awful lot, and youthful as well.
The officiating crew for this game, the referee is Earl Harris. Jack Jones is the umpire. The head linesman, Hayden White. Scott Barrick is the line judge. Douglas Gutney is the field judge, and Jim Cox is the side judge.
Mentioned the youth, just 2 seniors starting on the offense and 1 junior. So look at upperclassmen, only 3 of them. 5 sophomores, 3 freshmen, and as I mentioned, 7 two-way starters.
Caleb Yost, pooch kick, and it goes fielded by one of the up men, and he is clobbered at the 40-yard line. It came up high and short, and Alamin Kashirno fielded it and then took a hit, but it will be good field position for Hanover area to start against a Berwick defense that will line up with Gabe Decker and Skylar Neville at the ends. Chase Shuckers and Nico Lonsinski are the tackles. The linebackers, Gavin Jones in the middle. On either side of him, Shiloh Escobar and the leading tackler for this team, Rocco Romeo. Secondary, Sean Bankus, Alex Estrella, Ty Wilkerson, and Billy Hansen.
Yeah, Wilkerson, as you mentioned, at corner, Jim, at safety, he's almost like an extra linebacker. You lose some of that tackling ability when you put him wide.
1st and 10 for Hanover area. Richardson back to throw, looking, then fires it and just threw it away.
They wanted to run a quick out to the wide receiver, but Ty Wilkerson locked on him, Jim. We mentioned Caleb May as a lockdown corner. They're expecting the same out of Ty Wilkerson. He showed it on that play. They wanted a quick slant. It wasn't there because of coverage. Quarterback rolled out of the pocket and neatly threw it away. 2nd and 10.
Richardson goes to the sideline. I better be specific which Richardson.
Yeah, 3 of them.
Triplets on this team. Logan Richardson is the quarterback. 2nd down and 10 for the Hawkeyes at their own 41-yard line. Eisenbach wide right. Otway Kellum wide left. 2 excellent receivers. I formation. Downey is the tailback in the I. He gets the call. Tries the left side. He won't get to the line of scrimmage. Brought down the 38-yard line. Shiloh Escobar coming from his linebacker spot.
Boy, he flew in there, Jimmy. Design blitz coming through the B gap. They happen to be running there. No one to pick him up at the line of scrimmage. Meets the man 2 yards deep in the backfield and drops him with a good low tackle. He'll lose 3.
3rd down and 7. Hawkeyes at their own 38-yard line.
Make it 13, Jimmy. Lost the 3 rather than gained it. I like what I see of the young quarterback who's just a freshman, Logan Richardson. He has a command in the huddle, comes up to the line of scrimmage, looks things over, good pre-snap read, seems comfortable out there for such a young player.
3 receivers to the right. Logan Richardson awaits the snap, and there's a whistle.
I didn't see a flag, but I see a stoppage. Thrown by the back judge, Jimmy, and now he's picking it up. Could there have been too many players? Too much time. Didn't seem overly long. Did it seem that way to you?
No, did not.
We do have the 25-second clocks working in both end zones. So the side judge actually able to watch that and blow it dead. They weren't really ready to snap it at all.
3rd and 18. Let's see if Berwick comes after the quarterback. They were good at that last Friday. Richardson has the snap. Here they come after him. He evades one man, fires a pass, the completion, and a gain of nothing. The pass is caught, and receiver as Otway Kellum makes the catch. Jonathan Otway Kellum for no gain at the 32.
Yeah, really nothing out there. And it was that new lockdown corner and Ty Wilkerson, who I said I'd love to see playing safety because the way he can tackle. He made an aggressive tackle in covering that dangerous receiver, Jonathan Otway Kellum, out wide.
Now check the punter and see if the soccer player got here in time. If it's 36, he did. That's Connor Engelman.
I'm seeing a 5 at the end of the number, Jim.
And there's another flag down.
Talking to the punter like maybe he doesn't have his jersey, and it is 36. He did make it, Jim. Dad must have been speeding to get to the game.
Well, they weren't speeding to get this playoff. It's another 5-yard walk-off. Back to the 28-yard line. 4th down and 23.
Don't know what the penalty was. Earl Harris, the referee, threw the flag, then talked to the punter.
High snap. Engelman able to get the kick away. It falls very, very short of Sean Bankus, so he lets it go out of bounds across the way at about the Berwick 48-yard line. So the Bulldogs will have it in good field position for their first possession with 9:59 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Hanover area across the front with Alamin Kashirno, Tyler Garrison, Noah Rivera. Outside linebackers, Dwayne Downey and Noah Bohm. Brody Richardson, Lucas Cruz, and Camden Kratz also at linebacker spots. Christopher Wright, a freshman, in for the injured Malik Campbell at one corner, Connor Richardson at the other. And Jonathan Otway Kellum, a sophomore, number 1, considered their best defender, is the safety.
And he plays about 18 yards off the ball, Jim, which is unique. Also unique, it's a 3-5 defense. You normally don't see that. Selinsgrove used to run it.
Toss, sweep right side. Wilkerson trying to get outside right, does so. Flags down the play. He gets to the 30-yard line. Well, we've had a flag fest very, very early in this one. This one goes against Berwick.
Yeah, thrown at the line of scrimmage. It will be a hold. Off the right side where he happened to run, he got the soft corner. Really showed his speed. Looks good as a running back. When he has that soft corner, he can certainly use that speed and turn it upfield. But he got the corner with the assistance of a hold.
And boy, when you're struggling offensively, penalties just kill you. Last week they were first and goal at the 10. They go in for a touchdown. They probably win the game, and a holding call there sets them back.
They only get 57.7 yards a game in penalties, which isn't extremely high. But they've been at such inopportune moments, Jim. You know, you want to start this one off. You want to drive it right down on them, flex your muscles. And when you get a hold on the first play of the game, it's like you take yourself a little bit out of the game plan.
The ball at the 39. That's a 9-yard penalty for those of you who are wondering. Here's a first down call. Hansen under center. Gives the ball to Wilkerson. Cuts it to the outside. Turns the corner midfield. Down the sideline. 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. And Ty Wilkerson shows off the speed. 61 yards for a touchdown.
It was designed to go inside over the right guard, but it really bunched up. Berwick pushed everyone inside. There was over pursuit by the Hanover defense. And again, he gets this very soft corner as he bounces it out to the right side. He has such incredible speed that when he starts himself down toward the sideline, he's able to outrun the angles that Hanover seems to have on him, and that's a wonderful touchdown burst.
Caleb Yost, 3 for 3 at extra points this season. Ashton Smith does the holding. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Time out the field. 9:42 to go. Opening quarter. Berwick 7. Hanover area nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
This is Mike from M&M Carpet One in Bloomsburg. Is this the first time you've shopped with us? Let me explain why you should shop at a Carpet One store. We have over 1,300 store buying power. Carpet One stores sell more floor covering than the 2 big box stores do combined. That means not only do you get the best price, but you get to work with flooring professionals throughout the entire process, from estimates to installation. No one will give you more for your flooring dollar than M&M Carpet One in Bloomsburg.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
The Wyoming Valley Conference 100-meter champion, Ty Wilkerson, shows off his speed. 61 yards down this near sideline. An electrifying start for Berwick in this one. They lead at 7-0. 9:42 to go, opening quarter.
Untouched, started over his right guard, saw it was bunching up, saw the daylight on the outside, headed there, and then saw his way to the end zone with that incredible speed that you mentioned, Jim.
Now, Caleb Yost kicked it very, very short. Seemed to do it on purpose. His first time was a pooch kick.
3-step approach for the soccer-style right-footed kicker.
See how they play it now. Second time for Yost. Same thing. Very, very high, very, very short, but goes out of bounds on the right side. So Hanover will get it for the second time, trailing in the early going 7-0.
Yeah, Lucas Cruz in that position rather than a lineman. They may have adjusted their setup to get more of a hands team out for the shorter kicks. Cruz smartly saw it was going to bounce about a yard from the sideline, and you get the advantage of the penalty if you can let it bounce out of bounds. No danger of the onside kick recovery as he was able to read the defense coming down.
So Hanover will have it at their own 35-yard line. The Hawkeyes move from our right to our left. Looks like Dwayne Downey will not be in there. Their leading rusher, at least for this first snap.
And Malik Campbell is injured. He's their second leading rusher on the team, so we'll have to check the jersey number. I see a number 1 out there, Jimmy. No, that's the split end Otway column.
He is out to the left. Eisenbach to the right. I formation. Toss, sweep, right side, and nothing doing.
Camden Kratz is the man who did carry that ball. Took the pitch, went off the right side. Berwick had penetration through the line of scrimmage, and he'll lose 2 yards on that.
2nd and 12 for the Hawkeyes at their 33. Again, the first meeting of these teams since 1949. And neither Andy nor I were there.
Gary, our PA announcer, said he was born at that time, but I don't know.
Doesn't recall the game.
Doesn't recall it. Not loyal enough to Berwick.
Camden Kratz, again, the tailback in the eye. Wide receiver to either side, second and long. Berwick showing blitz. And they come across. There is no whistle. And a sack back to the 26-yard line.
Quarterback wasn't expecting the snap, Jim, and no one at the line outside of the center moved. Center snapped it, quarterback has, and he kind of froze like, hey, that's not the snap count. And before you know it, Berwick's on top of him, pushing him back, so it'll be a loss of about 3 on that for the quarterback.
3rd down and 14 for the Hawkeyes at their 31-yard line.
Low passing situation, Jim. Keep your eye on Otway Kellum, number 1, and Deacon Eisenbach, number 10.
It's just a matter of whether they can get enough time to get it to those receivers.
They're in shotgun with 2 protectors each side of the quarterback.
Berwick showing blitz, and they're coming hard. Richardson back to throw, dumps it off, has a man, but he's brought down right about the line of scrimmage. Rocco Romeo does a nice job bringing down Camden Kratz. They had the right play considering the blitz was coming, but it doesn't work, and they gained just a yard on the reception. It's going to be 4th and 13.
Yeah, I do like the call. Screen is a very good call. Quarterback really had to hustle it as the pressure was coming on, but he got it over the defender's hands, got it to Kratz, but Berwick had people in the area to pull him down as they sensed it was screened.
Connor Engelman back to do the punting. Dylan Reichenderfer does their long snapping. Snap is high over the head of Engelman. Inside the 5. He goes into the end zone, picks it up, and then is hit. The ball pops free. Let's see how they're going to rule it. They're going to rule a safety. Earl Harris says safety. So Berwick will add 2 to their lead with 7:09 to go in this opening quarter.
And they'll be receiving a kickoff, Jim. It went comfortably over his head, and then it went 15 yards in the air, bounced around the 7, bounced toward the goal line, and you're thinking, what should the punter do? He doesn't have time to really pick it up and try to rugby-style kick it out of there. I'm thinking the safety may be the best bet. If he's tackled back there, Berwick has the ball on the 1, and that's pretty much an automatic touchdown. So he rolled down to fall on the fumble, as he often do in the drills, and by rolling down to try to gain possession, he downed himself in the end zone. Never really got good possession of the ball, but enough possession to be considered down and the safety to be awarded.
Sean Bankus would have taken that 85 yards, as we saw him do at Mid-Valley is where he did that after a bad snap. As Andy mentioned earlier, was called back. So Berwick gets a 9-0 lead, 7:09 remaining in this first quarter, and they're going to get the football.
And the free kick comes from the 20-yard line, and they have the option of punting it or using the tee for the kickoff. It looks like they're lining it up on the tee for the kickoff. Berwick has to look, where do we position yourself? They haven't really got a feel of this kicker yet to see how far he can put it. So standard kick return team with about the right distances when the team's going from the 20.
Connor Engelman must wish that he was back on the soccer pitch. Things haven't gone well for him since he came. Not any of his doing.
Salmon-colored shoes on the soccer player as well, Jim. Colorful.
And his kick is high and deep.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful kick. And Bankus at the 28 to the 40 to the 45. He fumbles, picked up by Wilkerson. Wilkerson still on his feet inside the 40-yard line. So an alert play by Ty Wilkerson. Sean Bankus was hit, fumbled the football, and he comes up limping, and the Bulldogs can ill afford another injury.
True.
But they do have great field position with exactly 7 minutes to go in the quarter, and they have a 9-0 lead.
He had good vision on the return. He was able to get through a seam at first, but then with the collision, the ball gets punched out of his hand, but it's punched towards the Hanover goal. Ty Wilkerson down blocking, sees the ball bouncing, picks it up and continues it toward that goal, and has to be wrestled to the ground with a tough tackle.
1st and 10 Berwick. They have it at the Hanover area 39-yard line. Alex Estrella, a wide receiver to the left. Ty Wilkerson to the right. Billy Hansen out of the gun. Wilkerson comes in motion. He takes the handoff in the jet sweep left, and he has running room. inside the 30 and down around the 26-yard line.
Ty Wilkerson flanked on the right, comes in motion, and then the pitch goes to him as he's crossing the center area. He had nice blocking outside. In fact, the kick-out block may have had a little bit of a hold. I saw the defender complaining, and I wouldn't have disagreed with them. But as it is, Ty Wilkerson with another long play.
13 yards in the carry by Wilkerson. 1st and 10, Berwick at the Hanover 26-yard line. Bulldogs trying to add to an early 9-0 lead. 6:20 remaining in the opening quarter. Hansen out of the gun. Wilkerson again in motion. Fake to him. Hansen keeps it. Still on his feet. Inside the 20 and down around the 18-yard line. Nice effort by Billy Hansen. Was hit as he ran to the right. Bounced away and picked up some extra yardage.
As he bounced and cut back, the lineman pulling took that potential tackler out of the way. So it cleared the inside for him, and he gets 8 yards on the run. I like the way it was set up. They used the exact same jet sweep action with Ty Wilkerson coming toward him. They faked that, and then the quarterback took it in the other direction. And then once he got outside, reversed his field inside over the center.
2nd and 2. Bulldogs from the Hawkeye 18. Wilkerson comes out. Skylar Neville in as an extra tight end. The call goes to Brock Sims. Sims off the left side with a strong effort inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Brock Sims, the 5'9", 165-pound sophomore, just his 4th carry of the season. It's a good one for 9 yards. And it's a 1st and goal at the Hanover area 9.
Rocco Romeo was on the wing like an H-back, came in motion from right to left, and he had the kick-out block, a very nice collision that was able to spring Brock Sims as he swept in that direction.
2 blocking backs to the right. Sims is the low. Hansen under center from the 9. Sims gets the call. He's wrapped up, but he extends the body to the 6, maybe the 5-yard line.
Lucas Cruz coming in on the tackle. I think the running back should have took that a little bit wider. Use those 2 H-backs out there, Rocco Romeo and Aiden George. Now it was going to be a little slow developing. Didn't have the patience, so he bent it tighter to center, and not as much room in there.
2nd and goal from the 6 after the 3-yard gain by Brock Sims. Now they'll send the Aiden George as a blocking back on the left. Rocco Romeo on the right. Sims remains the running back. Romeo comes in motion, fake to him. Hansen keeps it, sweeps the right side, looking for the end zone, dives toward the end zone, and gets in there for a touchdown. Nice effort from 6 yards out by Billy Hansen.
Yes, it was. Gabe Decker flexes a tight end and gave him a little block on the outside, took care of one man. We see Billy Hansen take it wide of that and take on the corner himself, diving to go airborne, and gets the ball across the plane of the end zone for the touchdown.
Caleb Yost has been perfect on extra points so far in this season. Ashton Smith will hold. Aiden George's snap is there. The hold is there. The kick is up, and the kick is there. Time out the field, 4 minutes to go. Opening quarter, Berwick 16, Hanover area nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family owned with more than 35 years experience. And new Bulldog wear for every age, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. They even make online fundraising easy for you. Stop in today to discuss your next fundraising opportunity. You can also shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogramming for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Berwick has scored more points than in any game this season, and there's still 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. They lead Hanover area 16-0. The latest score, a nice effort by Billy Hansen from the quarterback spot, rolling right and then diving into the end zone off the right side.
Yeah, outside of the opening penalty, Jim, I think every play has been a very positive play for the Berwick offense, which means the offensive line is dominating, and they're giving kickouts and good blocks by the H-backs and tight ends when they get to the perimeter.
And Berwick will not have Caleb Yost. Instead, they'll have Logan Robinson kicking off, and it's fielded on the far side, and the return will be over the 30 to the 33. So Yost had been kicking the pooch kicks. Robinson kicked it longer, and Hanover area will have it with 3:58 remaining in this opening quarter, and the Hawkeyes trailing at 16-0.
In good coverage, Berwick on its left side maintained its lanes, forced the man out of bounds, nowhere really for him to run. Hanover themselves have not been able to make anything happen. All three running plays have been negative, and one pass has been incomplete. One that was completed was stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Dwayne Downey is in the backfield as a running back. In fact, there's a running back to either side of quarterback Logan Richardson as he operates out of the gun. First down call coming. Has the snap, and he's back to throw, and he fires over the middle. Incomplete, very nearly intercepted. He wanted Jonathan Otway. Alex Estrella stepped in front of it. He saw a touchdown, and that's what it would have been had he hung on.
Yeah, playing back at that two-deep shell as a safety, Jim, you can see the quarterback step and throw. We saw the man trying to cross from left to right. And he said, hey, I can time this. I can step in front of that. I don't need to just make the tackle. I have the chance to take it away. And had he been able to hold on, he would have had a touchdown.
Receiver to either side. Richardson out of the gun. Back to throw, looking long, and he has a man, and it's caught over the shoulder at about the 40-yard line. But going out of bounds is Eisenbach, Deacon Eisenbach. Over the shoulder grab at the Berwick 43-yard line.
Boy, beautiful. I don't know what he did to lose the corner, Jim. Maybe a little deke inside and then turned on the jets. You mentioned the talent you saw in this receiver in warm-ups, and he showed it there. He had to extend, and wow, nice arm by the quarterback, the young freshman Logan Richardson, to really get it out there deep.
25 yards on the reception. 1st and 10, Hawkeyes at the Bulldog 43. First down of the game for Hanover area. Richardson now under center. I formation, wide receiver to either side. Downey is the tailback. He gets the call, looks for a running room, and nothing there.
And it's going to be tough to run. Berwick is bigger and stronger on the inside. It's 4-man front, and it's aggressive linebacker play. Dwayne Downey will lose a yard on that.
Chase Shucker's in on the play for the Bulldogs. It's a loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. Hawkeyes at the Bulldog 44.
Ball's over on the right hash. Right-handed quarterback will have a tough time coming to his left, squaring his shoulders and throwing. And it's tough to stand in the pocket with the pressure that Berwick has shown early in this game.
Eisenbach wide right. We've seen what he can do if Richardson has the time. Otway Kellum wide left. Richardson play action back to throw. He's in trouble. Gets away. Has room. And then Rocco Romeo makes the first contact. Braden Schaefer finishes him off at the 40-yard line. So the scramble will get Richardson 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, he's proved to be quite elusive, Jim. They were pinching in and men coming up in the middle. But he ducked under the one potential tackler, got himself back to the line of scrimmage, cut against the grain, and got himself about 3 more positive yards. Nice play by the young quarterback.
Brody Richardson, one of the triplets, is in the backfield. He lines up on one side of brother Logan Richardson. Camden Kratz on the other. Here's a 3rd down call. Logan Richardson back to throw, fires on the middle, the ball is tipped and incomplete. Rocco Romeo got a hand on it, and then a diving attempt by Brody Richardson. It goes as an incompletion. There is a flag down on the far side of the field.
I like the play call by Jason Majeros. Second time we've seen somewhat of a center screen attempted because Berwick is coming so hard. So in, game day philosophy, when you're getting such a powerful pass rush, you'd like to try the screens. Ineligible man downfield on the center screen. I imagine Berwick will decline that, take the down and distance after the play.
So it is a 4th down and 7, Hanover area, from the Berwick 40-yard line.
Not seen a punter running out, though, Jim. They are across the 50 at the 40. It's a team that's not going to get many opportunities in Berwick's end of the field, so prob play from scrimmage here.
We'll see how it goes as they send Connor Richardson, one of 3 receivers to the right. Brother Logan has the shotgun snap, but he's back to throw, and he's rolling right. And he fires in a diving attempt out to 32, and they're ruling it incomplete.
The pressure, Jim. He gets the roll to the right, but he doesn't really have time to set his feet, square his shoulders well. Throws it in the direction of that receiver, I believe it was Eisenbach, who got enough to the chains to square it out, but had to throw it low, had to dive to try to make the catch, and it just can't be executed.
1st and 10, Bulldogs at their own 40. Berwick has scored in their 2 previous possessions. They lead 16-0, 2:01 to go in the opening quarter.
Huddling on the sideline, they'll take their time. 25-second clock is at 16 as they come out, probably directly to the football. And that is the case.
Billy Hansen, in his 2nd appearance as a quarterback, is under center. Brock Sims is the lone running back. Sims has it and is hit hard as he gets to about the 43-yard line. That was a solid hit by Ian Durnian.
Yeah, 44 on 44, and he really did square up and nail him, stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Brock Sims had a nice head of steam coming out of the backfield, ran it aggressively. But give that other 44 his counterpart credit. Ian Durnian coming up strong with the defense.
They mark it at the 43, so 3 yards for Sims. Now a late flag. I didn't see it. Earl Harris says holding against Berwick.
They have gained the 3 yards. They never moved the chain, I think, because of the flag. If he got 3 yards, then it's a question of where did the hold occur. If it's near the end of the run, then it'll look short of the 10 yards with about a 1st and 18 coming up.
I heard a talk show host this week say, why not put mittens on offensive linemen so they can't hold?
It is the grabbing. It is the grabbing that you do see, and it's very, very visible. So many plays as you watch on TV, and these are the pros. These are the guys who should know better. They just don't want people getting at their quarterback on sacks or at their running backs on sweeps.
1st and long, Berwick. Billy Hansen's going to run with it from his quarterback spot. He's in trouble, but gets away. Nice move and another move, and a good effort by him out to the 43-yard line. Didn't look like there was anything there. He made something out of nothing.
Yeah, again, that sort of schoolyard type of tack. He's hard to bring down. He gets there, you do a little olé, you make the first one miss, you take it forward, you weave yourself in and out, and before you know it, you're setting up a 2nd and 8 after the penalty.
9 yards on the carry by Billy Hansen. And Berwick, a 2nd down and 8 at their own 42-yard line. Ty Wilkerson led that long touchdown run earlier. Will line up on a wing to the left. Hansen under center. Brock Sims is the running back. There's the inside handoff, and Sims dropped the handoff, but is able to get on it right about the line of scrimmage. May have even gained a yard. It'll be 3rd down.
They had a banana bunch of 3 receivers on the left, and at the snap, it looked like they want to come almost in a counter tray blocking to the right. But it really wasn't smooth. You got to realize Caleb May hasn't taken that many snaps at quarterback. Billy Hansen. Brock Sims hasn't taken many exchanges from him. So there we're going to see the football put on the ground.
3rd down and 7 Berwick at their own 43. And now Wilkerson will take the direct snap. And he's looking for some blocking. He gets it. He gets outside left to the 45. It's a foot race, and it's no race down that far sideline. Ty Wilkerson goes the distance, 57 yards.
Wow. In the shotgun, in the Wildcat, and it's basically a quarterback sweep to the left side. He had the blocking at the point of attack, and once he's past that linebacker level, people have angles, but his speed is just so incredible that he loses those angles and outruns people to the end zone on the 57-yard touchdown.
Extra point attempt coming. Snap is a bad one. Ashton Smith will have to throw for it, and he does. Smith throws for the 2-point conversion.
Number 64, Chase Shuckers. I guess he had to report an eligible number. I don't know if that's legal.
Well, the official's going to talk this over.
Yeah, I would too. You know, you line up people in different positions for a PAT kick. He might have been at the end of the line. He might have been a blocking back as a wing back, Jim. But wearing a 64, you're not eligible unless you report as an eligible number. You don't expect a bad snap. He saw it. He just reacted as an athlete, got himself into the end zone, made a wonderful catch on that.
He did.
But he's an ineligible receiver downfield, an illegal touching. And what do? Move this back?
Wait, they didn't repeat that.
I don't know what they did here. They're not penalizing it, but they're not giving them the points. They're not going to do it again.
No.
Guess, well, you know what? An illegal touching might just be you lose the down.
So, illegal touching.
And an illegal substitution, maybe because he was in the wrong position with the 64.
So we'll keep it here. It'll be 22-0. But Chase Shuckers can tell his grandkids, you know, I was a lineman, but there was a time.
When I went high and caught one for 2, but they wouldn't give it to me. Earl Harris and his crew, they know the rules inside and out. I go over and see them, get their names before the broadcast, say hello. And boy, they're just reviewing rules, reviewing situations. What do we do if this happens? What do we do if that happens? They showed the illegal touching, and then they showed behind the head means loss of down. So that's the explanation that C.J. Curry caught. I don't think he's going to be too upset about it. He's upset that you have the bad snap and the play goes awry and the points are taken away.
Luke Kiefer, the third person to kick off for Berwick in this opening quarter, will kick off. He is a freshman.
Left-footed soccer-style kicker. He's going to approach from the right side.
44 seconds remaining in this opening quarter.
And Berwick's penalized to 5 yards from the 2-point conversion before they started.
So the young Kiefer will be kicking off from the Berwick 35-yard line. Berwick poached the first 2, then went long in the last one. We'll see how Kiefer plays it. Kicks it about midway. It's fielded about the 30-yard line, and the return to the 40 and out to the 46-yard line as the return was by Camden Kratz.
Yeah, kicked it from the middle of the field across toward the other sideline where Kratz happened to be. Kratz took it, did a nice run, able to drop his shoulder, get as much as he can, but Berwick in position, staying in their lanes on kick coverage.
Have an injury timeout. One of the Hawkeyes down around the 42-yard line.
It's number 52, Tyler Garrison, one of their senior captains, Jim, that we've seen play. Of course, just about everyone on this team is a two-way player. Plays left guard for them, and he plays nose guard defensively. Down on a knee. If it's a short injury, we'll see him back, but they're tending to him out there now.
We'll check the Berwick secondary when the Bulldogs break this huddle and put the defense out. The reason we would check on that is Sean Bankus came up hurt on a punt return, and he was starting in that secondary. So we'll see if he is able to go. Bulldogs already down a starter in the secondary with Caleb May out with an injury.
Tyler Garrison still down on one knee as they're tending to him. I know as a coach, I liked if my players weren't seriously injured, let them recuperate some on the field while no plays are going on. He's standing up now and walking to his sideline, a short little jaunt for him. But again, a two-way starter, a senior lineman, you just don't have the depth on this limited roster with so many youthful players.
And my question is answered. Sean Bankus is in that secondary along with Ty Wilkerson. They're the corners. Alex Estrella, Braden Schaefer are the safeties for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10, Hanover area, good field position. Hawkeyes have it at their 45-yard line with 38 seconds remaining in this opening quarter.
Earl Harris wants to reset that clock, reset to 25 seconds anyway.
Still looking. Down to 13, 12, now 40, now 25.
I think he said, I'll take care of it myself.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Logan Richardson has the snap back to throw. The corner blitz coming. He gets away and then is wrapped up at the 44. Alex Estrella was coming on the corner blitz. Richardson did a nice job of getting away, and then he was hit, and the flag flew into that hit.
Yeah, at the point of contact, I don't know if there was helmet to helmet or someone grabbed at a face mask. We'll see as they sort it out. Rocco Romeo played that well, Jim. Coming hard from an outside linebacker position, chasing that quarterback as well, forces him to give up on the play. There'd be about a 2-yard loss where the officials are congregating and deciding how to call this where the flag was. Earl Harris shows us now. Personal foul, hit to the head. It was a targeting type of call, helmet to helmet, Jim. So the 3-yard loss will go 15 yards in the other direction. No ejection being indicated.
So Hanover area will have the football in Berwick territory for the second time in this opening quarter.
It might have been helmet to helmet, but it wasn't, vicious or premeditated in any way. Quarterback was kind of going down as 2 or 3 came on him. And often as you try to get a piece of that tackle, you could get helmets where they bang together.
23 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Earl Harris says, let's start that clock. Hanover area probably won't take another snap. And the first quarter will end with the score, Berwick 22 and Hanover area nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Pop Radio.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. Your coworker Kyle said bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive could save you money. Bad news. While saying this, Kyle was eating your clearly labeled lunch. Dumb news. Pizza near work costs $7 a slice, and it tastes like drywall covered in ketchup. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and enjoy more lunches far away from Kyle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
You might wonder, John Legend, how do you keep your voice sounding so legendary? Honey. And how do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date? With a COVID shot this season, designed for recent variants.
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC.
The fresher, the better.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
1 quarter of the books here. Crispin Field's been all Berwick to this point. They lead Hanover area 22-0. We will start the second quarter with Hanover area with the football at the Berwick 40. Second time in this game the Hawkeyes have been in Berwick territory, but they have nothing to show for it on the board.
Has been all Berwick in the stat sheet, Jim. 168 yards rushing. They haven't bothered to throw a pass. Hanover -4 rushing and 26 in the air as they take over here to start the second quarter.
Everett Snyder's in at a linebacker position for Berwick. Hanover area moving from our left to our right in the second quarter. First down at the Berwick 40. Richardson back to throw. Sets up a screen to the far side. Overshoots the man Connor Richardson, his brother, Again, they're trying to come up with some plays to offset this ferocious rush by Berwick.
Berwick's playing its unique defense that likes to go with that 3-4 look and then locking on man-to-man, figuring that the pressure on the quarterback, he's not going to have time to beat anyone deeper downfield. They wanted to release the left tight end or left split end who was in tight on that screen, but the quarterback under such pressure, just overthrows it.
Downey is the tailback in the I formation. Brody Richardson, the fullback, ahead of him. Logan Richardson under center. Toss, sweep to Downey, looking for room. Flag down the play as he is brought down for a loss at the 41-yard line. Nico Lozinski in on the play for Berwick.
Yes, he was, as was Gavin Jones, Jim. So the bigger guys, you mentioned Berwick dominating. It's hard to block people when they have 40, 50 pounds on you. And Berwick looking very physical as well, moving people around with different blitzing.
Illegal procedure against the Hawkeyes. Berwick will decline. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 10. Hawkeyes at the Bulldog 40. Just underway here in the second quarter. Berwick has got 2 long touchdown runs from their speedster, Ty Wilkerson. A 6-yard touchdown run by Billy Hansen and a safety after a bad snap on a punting situation for Hanover area.
In the huddle a while, just about 7 seconds left on the play clock. Hanover's going to have to hustle this up.
Otway Kellum wide to the left. They just get it off, and they're looking for him long. It's a beautiful throw by the freshman, and it is incomplete. Ty Wilkerson on the coverage. That's a nice throw by the 9th grader.
He showed the good arm, Jim. The problem is he hasn't had time. Now, Ty Wilkerson, we mentioned Caleb May, the lockdown corner is out, and they've moved Ty Wilkerson over there to play that lockdown corner. And while Jonathan Otway Kellum got downfield, it was that make-up speed with the ball in the air that Ty Wilkerson showed that he was able to easily break it up.
4th down and 10, the ball in Berwick territory, and there will be no punt coming. As Logan Richardson trotted to the sideline to get the play call.
Earlier in the game, they're on the 40-yard line in Berwick territory, and they opted to go for it, but they need 10 yards.
And now we were going to have a timeout called as the referee indicates very slowly that it is Hanover area's timeout. 11:23 to go in the half, 22-0 Berwick. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Are you on the market for a new set of wheels? Once you find it, whether it's a functional grocery getter or a midlife crisis hot rod, the tag and title experts at Berwick Notary in Berwick are open 6 days a week, so you can be rest assured you'll be on the road and legal in no time. Berwick Notary can transfer a title, register an ATV or any kind of vehicle, and they're the only notary in Columbia County that registers boats. Berwick Notary's been serving the Bulldog community for over 40 years, and they proudly support the Berwick Bulldogs. Check out their Facebook page, and go Dogs!
This is Berwick football coach CJ Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Hanover area called a timeout to talk about this 4th and 10 situation from the Berwick 40-yard line. We have 11:23 remaining in the opening half. It's been all Bulldogs to this point. They lead by a score of 22-0.
Quarterback Logan Richardson has shown a nice arm, but he needs the time to throw. Ball is to the right side of center, leaning toward that hash mark. Wide side of the field to his left, where he has 3 receivers lined up.
Here we go, 4th and 10 call. Downey is to the left of the quarterback, Richardson, who has the snap, and he fires a pass incomplete. Diving attempt at the 35-yard line would not have been the first down. Deacon Eisenbach, the intended receiver. So Berwick's defense holds, and the Bulldogs will have it at their own 40.
Yeah, forcing things underneath, and the quarterback realizes he's not going to have much time. While he'd like to go deeper downfield to get the chains, he's forced to throw to the underneath man, and again, not really on target because of the pressure coming on him.
So Berwick has scored on each of their possessions. They'll try to remain perfect as they take over at their own 40. Alex Estrella wide to the right side. And they put a lineman in the backfield as the fullback.
Is it 56? Yes, it is. He's shifted out.
Sims now is the tailback in the eye. Aiden George, the fullback, ahead of him. Brock Sims gets the call off the right side, looks for some running room and has some. And Sims with a good effort out near the 48 or 49-yard line.
Yeah, Aiden George was leading the way out of the I formation, and he had to get to the linebacker level till he found someone to hit. Real nice kick-out block. Brock Sims followed him, and he'll stretch it for at least 7.
2nd down and 3. Bulldogs at their own 47-yard line. Again, Berwick has not thrown a pass in this game. Their running game has been so effective. No need to, as Hansen dropped the snap, then picked it up and ran for a first down over midfield to the 48-yard line of the Hawkeyes.
Again, not quarterbacking all that many snaps over the course of his career. So a snap can come up unexpected or you just mishandle it. In any case, again, we call him like he plays street ball. He's a natural. Calmly goes down, picks it up. Realizes he's not going to be able to make the handoff as those people have passed him. Takes it off the left, turns the corner, and earns the chains.
5 yards in the carry by Billy Hansen. Again, the I formation behind him. Aiden George, the fullback, ahead of Brock Sims. Fake to Sims, Hansen back to throw. First pass of the game is dropped.
Gabe Decker.
He had a man at the 40-yard line and thrown well by Billy Hansen.
Yes, it was, Jim. You know, sometimes it's the element of surprise. It's been run throughout. Now you go a little play action. Tight end's on the right. You release him on about a 7-yard out. He's out there in the flat pretty much by himself, and sometimes you're a little too open. You want to catch it, turn and run with it, and it doesn't all process, and you don't pull it in.
2nd and 10, Berwick at the Hanover area, 48-yard line. Gabe Decker, the tight end on the right. Skylar Neville to the left. Wilkerson as a wide receiver to the left. The call goes to Brock Sims and lots of running room up the middle. He has a first down to the Hanover area, 37 yards.
And then just exploding out of their stances.
Sims gets the call off the right side, has some running room inside the 30, hit hard as he gets to the 25-yard line. Well, Gavin Galusha is out with a concussion. He's coming off his best effort against Hazeldaria. But filling in nicely is Brock Sims, who will get a breather now.
Yeah, kick out block on the right side on the defensive end. He followed that on the inside.
Area almost jumped across. They get back. The call goes off the.
Again, all in front. The blocking is there.
Rocco Romeo is the fullback ahead of Everett Snyder in the I. Hansen keeps it himself off the right side, inside the 10, inside the 5, and inside the end zone for a Berwick touchdown. Billy Hansen from 16 yards out.
Give him 44 yards on the game and his second touchdown. He did it without the blocking. He had a heavy backfield in there with Romeo and Everett Snyder behind him in an I, and they led the way off the right side. But they didn't really have any collisions. There was sort of a natural gap in the C gap. He took it in there. Then instead of following the blockers wide, he cut inside as he often does.
Extra point attempt coming. I believe it's Luke Kiefer. The hold by Ashton Smith, and the kick will come up short. Timeout in the field. 8:14 to go, first half. Berwick 28. Hanover area nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
We're here at Ken Pollock in Berwick, and Ken is here with us. And Ken, you've been here for the last 10 years or so. Has Berwick welcomed you?
Absolutely. I think we align perfectly as a group with the Berwick community. We're community-driven. We love servicing the people down here. We have great deals every day, whatever stage in life you might be at, looking for a car for your kid, family, whatever it might be. We have a huge selection here, and whatever you have, bring it down, and we'll service it for you as well. Our people are very eager and very knowledgeable about the product that we do have, so we really want to help you out and make you a part of the Ken Pollock family.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
In just his second game as a quarterback, Billy Hansen has 2 rushing touchdowns, the latest from 16 yards out, as Berwick builds the lead to 28-0 with 8:14 remaining in the first half.
Powerful drive. Again, the line showing its dominance, taking tight splits, exploding out of their stances, holding their blocks. And then the peripheral people, fullbacks, running backs, H-backs, tight ends, often involved with the kickouts to make these seams big for the runners.
Now Tanner Kiefer will kick off. How many kickers does Berwick have? This is the 4th one. And the kick goes to the far side and almost out of bounds, but fielded there and returned out to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, number 8, Lucas Cruz, has had a number of kicks come in his direction. He's not deep. He's not the up man. He's in that middle range, and often Berwick kicks in those directions toward the sideline. I thought it would have been out of bounds, but didn't let that one bounce. Maybe felt it may not go out. Can't risk the onside. He picked it up, and he seems to enjoy collisions, Jim. He's a football player.
So we have seen Tanner Kiefer, Luke Kiefer, Logan Robinson, and Caleb Yost. Not too many teams are 4 deep at kicker, but Berwick is. And with 8:11 to go, Hanover area has the football. What are they doing? Are they marking off a penalty? They're putting at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, so it couldn't have gone out of bounds.
It's a 5-yard penalty. Hanover area has it at their 39. 8:11 to go in the half. And now some confusion. Hawkeyes need to get a man into that offensive line, and he has to know what's going on.
Yeah, 10 seconds yet. They'll do it.
Berwick showing blitz. Richardson back to throw. Looking long for Eisenbach. Incomplete. Ball overthrown, but just as well where Hanover area is concerned, because Alex Estrella had excellent coverage on Deacon Eisenbach.
Yes, they have. Logan Richardson, find enough time to throw it deep, but even when he gets these isolated receivers, Berwick is one-on-one with lockdown corners on them. They are 2 of 10 passing. Tried a number of screen passes, tried some deeper passes, just not able to click.
8:06 remaining in this opening half. Berwick looking for their first win of the season and well on their way with a 28-0 lead, as the Hawkeyes will send 3 receivers to the right side. The freshman quarterback Logan Richardson awaits the shotgun snap. Berwick coming on a blitz. Richardson in trouble. He's going to be sacked inside the 30-yard line. No chance. Rocco Romeo is there.
Yeah, coming from the outside on the right, blitzing from an outside linebacker position. Berwick just had the numbers there. The offensive line has too many people to pick up as 4 receivers are heading out on passes. So Rocco Romeo coming hard, pinches in. There was a man coming from the left as well, and nowhere for quarterback Logan Richardson to escape.
Loss of 9, 3rd and 19 for the Hawkeyes with 7.5 minutes remaining this opening half. Stay with us at halftime. Ashlyn Walshaw will bring us updated on the high school football scoreboard as we hit the halfway mark of the 2024 regular season. Dwayne Downey is the lone running back deep in the backfield and flag down on the play.
Field judge throwing it, so I think you might get another delay of game penalty. The clocks look to be at 0. They'll move Hanover back. It's tough going for Logan Richardson, Jim. He's just not getting the protection to be able to pass at all. Without passing, they're stacked up against the run. Richardson coming into this game was at minus 55 yards rushing. I have him at minus 7 in this game.
He is under center with Downey, the lone running back. And the draw play to Downey, and Berwick is all over it. He'll lose yardage back to the 20-yard line.
Gabe Decker, defensive end, pitching on in, saw it very well. Read the draw. Again, it's a nice call. I like the coaching. I like the game plan. I like, you come hard with the rush. We'll try screens. We'll try draws. But their personnel just isn't strong enough to stop Berwick's. Gabe Decker there overpowering his man, getting inside to stop that play.
Connor Engelman back to punt. Remember, they had a bad snap earlier, resulted in a safety. Long count. This time the snap is right there. The kick is away. It's a beautiful kick. It's a fair catch call by Sean Vegas, and he doesn't make the catch. And the ball is loose back at the 26-yard line. And the only question is whether he touched the ball or not.
He made a very indecisive move toward the football. Kind of like, I want to get this, but it's going to bounce in front of me. Should I try to short hop it? And I think at the last moment he thought, I want to get away from this. They're not dropping a beanbag or anything to show a touch. I thought he may have touched it, but it's going to be Berwick's ball after the long bounce.
At the 27-yard line. 6:24 to go in this first half. Berwick has scored on every one of their first half possessions, and they lead 28-0.
Huddling on the sideline with the coach, C.J. Curry. He'll send the play in. The team will come right to the football with 15 seconds still to go on the play clock.
Slot to the left side. Chilo Escobar is in the slot. Alex Estrella outside of him.
No one really in the backfield.
And Berwick will use the timeout. 6:24 to go in the half, 28-0 Bulldogs. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
W234BH West Hazelton at 94.7. WBWX W242CY Berwick at 96.3. W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3. And W288CF Danville at 105.5. Your home for Berwick Bulldogs football is Pop Radio, a Seven Mountains media station. WHLN Bloomsburg.
6 minutes, 24 seconds remaining in the first half. A first half dominated by the Bulldogs of Berwick. They lead Hanover area 28-0. And Berwick following their timeout. 1st and 10. They move from our right to our left as we view things. They have it at their own 27-yard line. Billy Hansen out of the gun. As the snap, looks downfield, fires a pass, and it goes incomplete. He had a man in his face as he tried to get that one off. Looked like Ian Durian.
Yeah, I think he tried to pop it out to Gabe Decker, who came out here to the left. I think the previous timeout, C.J. Curry didn't really like the look of the formation. He might have had too many men in the backfield, so he took a timeout to avoid the penalty. Came out with a similar-looking 5 wideouts. But Hansen, even though he's rolling to his left, can't escape the pressure that time.
2nd down and 10. Berwick at their 27. Billy Hansen out of the gun has Gabe Decker lined up to his left. Now shifts to the right side. 3 receivers to the left. Hansen fires a quick out and over the head of Ty Wilkerson.
Billy Hansen's a natural athlete, Jim, but he's not a natural thrower. He gets that football and it looks a little bit more like a shot put. You certainly are thrilled to have his talents as a runner and as a leader directing the offense. But his passing ability there, just well off target.
And I can see why Berwick's doing this because obviously they have this one in hand, but there are going to be games in the future. And if Billy Hansen stays at the quarterback spot, they're going to have to throw at least a little.
Yeah, and you'd like to at least complete the little push passes, sideways passes, little flare passes, hit the tight end in the flat.
3rd and 10 from the 27. Toss sweep left side. He gets away from the tailback. That's Everett Snyder who gets on it at the 24-yard line. So Berwick does not score on this possession. First time they've in this opening half, which has just under 6 minutes remaining. And the punt team will come on for the first time.
Yeah, Sean Bankus is number 4 coming on in. He'll be deep in punt formation. Try to boom one.
Berwick leading by the 28-0 score. Aiden George does the long snapping for the Bulldogs. Bankus back at the Berwick 9-yard line.
Linemen get good splits on this, Jim. They're very wide of each other.
Good snap by George. The kick is away. Very, very high air catch by Eisenbach at the Hawkeye 47-yard line. So that's where Hanover puts in play with 5:27 remaining in this first half. And Berwick leading this one by a score of 28-0.
When you work your specialty teams, you have a lot of choices on what to do when you are in punt formation. Some people like tight splits, use wing back. Some like 3 people back behind the line. Some like a swinging door. It seems to be a bit of a new trend where you take big splits between your linemen, almost try to tease the defense to try to run between those splits, and they'll run into the people in the backfield to block them.
1st and 10, Hawkeyes. They have had good field position for most of this first half, but have nothing to show for it. Now they have it at their own 47-yard line. Slot to the left, slot to the right. 9th grade quarterback Logan Richardson awaits the shotgun snap. Jonathan Otway-Kellum in motion, takes the handoff. It doesn't get far. Shiloh Escobar was the first one there for the Bulldogs.
Nice to see them vary the offense using that big tight end. His 4th carry of the season. He had 12 yards coming in. You get back to the line of scrimmage on that.
Yeah, actually, the tight end is his brother, Omar Otway-Kellum. That was the wide receiver, Jonathan. And ball at the 47, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, just flexed out a little bit. More of a tight end position than split wide on that one.
Slot to the left. The brothers Otway-Kellum.
And the triplets Richardson.
Slot. Yes. Rolling right as Richardson fires it downfield. The ball is picked off by Estrella. Terrific play by Estrella. Made a nice break on the ball. Wasn't a terrible throw. Intended for Eisenbach. And Estrella makes the interception. And it's just a 2nd interception for the Bulldogs on the season.
Came up and fought for the ball too, Jim. He and the receiver both had hands on it, but he had inside position. And as he's coming down to the ground, he spun his body to rip that ball away. So he wins the battle as he fights for the football against the interception.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 39. They have 2 timeouts remaining. They have 4:38 remaining in the half. And they lead this one 28-0. Estrella stays on the field in the offense. He is wide to the left. Hansen under center. I formation. Sims is the tailback. Brock Sims gets the call. Nice hole up the left side. Gets out to the 45-yard line before he's brought down by Ian Durnian.
Yeah, real nice run. Again, up front, this line is doing the job, Jim, and then the fullback leads him, and he's able to get this nice soft corner. J.J. Leonard, Draven Geiger, Gavin Jones. We're seeing Glonzinski in, Nico in for Matt Gordner and Jay Shuckers. Tight splits in that line, but they're doing the job.
2nd and 5, Hansen under center. 2 blocking backs to the right. They'll lead the way on the toss sweep that way to Brock Sims. Sims over midfield has a Berwick first down.
Yeah, about 9 yards on that. Again, great blocking. He's not going to meet any interference until he gets to the linebacker area. And there, it's tough running, drops a shoulder, puts a little spin, and moves the chains comfortably.
10 yards in the carry by Brock Sims, who's having a good first half.
Yeah, I have him with 58 yards on the game. Of course, Ty Wilkerson, with just 3 touches, has 131 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns.
Mike Perry is checked in. That offensive line for Berwick, 5'10", 215-pound sophomore. 1st and 10, Bulldogs at the Hawkeye 46. Tight formation. Toss sweep left side. It's Ty Wilkerson using that speed. Gets outside right. He's at the 30. Flag down on the play as he goes into the end zone off the right side.
The speed is just devastating, Jim. Used a nice cutback, and again, when people seem to have angles where you'd be able to angle these people down, push someone out of bounds, he just uses that speed to accelerate beyond the potential angles. But this is going to come back.
Boy, C.J. Curry just absolutely irate at that call. He evidently saw what was called and didn't agree with it even a little bit. As Ty Wilkerson has had 2 long touchdown runs, he's had 2 long runs called back as well.
Yeah, 61-yard touchdown, then he ran to 74 and then to 131, which is his total. And you'd been added another 45 on to that if that one did count. I didn't see the penalty. I didn't even see the flag. Just mesmerized with the speed of Ty Wilkerson.
The line of scrimmage will be the 45. Earl Harris stops play.
Don't know where it would be at the 45 unless they didn't mark the penalty, unless it was exactly 10 yards downfield from the original line of scrimmage.
That could be.
I think they just forgot to mark it off. Let's see. You coming back out to the football or no? Nope. They'll leave it right there. So the penalty, the hold must have been 10 yards downfield into the run.
So it will be 1st and 10, Berwick at the Hanover area 45. 3:10 remaining in this opening half. And Ashton Smith gets his turn at quarterback. He's under center. Everett Snyder is the running back. Snyder gets the call off the left side, runs hard. It's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line before Jackson Yancey can make the stop.
Good to see Everett Snyder back in action, Jim. He's missed a lot of this season with injury. He's going to burst that one for about 7. Physical type of ball player, has good size. There he dropped his shoulder to finish the run to gain 8 yards.
2nd down, call coming. Bulldogs need 3. Smith under center, double tight end alignment. And flags down.
Yeah, Hanover jumped off sides. Lineman on the left, line up this defensive tackle, broke his stance, fell across the line of scrimmage. You have to mark that one back 5 yards, even though I think the officials would like to just let them play. It was a little too obvious.
It will be a 1st down the easy way for the Bulldogs to the Hanover area 33-yard line.
5-yard penalty picks up first down to the Hanover 33.
So Berwick on the march, trying to get this game into the mercy rule mode. The call goes to Snyder. Lots of running him off the right side, then drags the tackler down to the 20-yard line. Hard run and great blocking to start.
Connor Richardson is an undersized cornerback, and he was able to grab a hold of Everett Snyder's ankle. And as you mentioned, he's going to be drug along for a little bit of a ride. Real nice run by Everett Snyder. He showed a little finesse with a cutback action about 7 yards into the run.
13 yards on the carry by Everett Snyder. 1st and 10, Berwick at the Hanover area 20-yard line.
Gives Snyder 30 yards on his 3 carries.
Wilkerson is the running back. Toss, sweep, left side. Ty Wilkerson hit, gets away, still on his feet, and dances down to about the 13-yard line.
Brody Richardson interposed himself and looked like he was going to square up and pull him down. But Wilkerson kind of spun away to the inside on that. Got about 4 or 5 more yards. He'll take 7 in all.
Ball at the 14-yard line. 2nd down and 4 for the Bulldogs. Clock running, 1:16 remaining in the half. Berwick with 2 timeouts remaining. Romeo, the blocking back to the left. Wilkerson gets it inside the 5 and into the end zone, untouched for a Berwick touchdown. Ty Wilkerson, his 3rd touchdown of this opening half.
Yeah, beautiful run. Berwick used formation, Jim. It almost looked like an unbalanced line. You can put your line out there with a tight end and then widen it with H-backs. And all of a sudden, Hanover has to look, how do we adjust? Where do we put our personnel? and they didn't fill that gap in there at the A or B gap. Ty Wilkerson saw it, took the handoff, and cut inside for the score.
It started with the interception by Alex Estrella, and it ends with the run by Wilkerson, offside against Hanover area on this extra point attempt.
Logan Robinson looks to be the kicker here, Jim.
You have to keep up with these kickers for Berwick. I don't know if I've ever, in 57 years in radio, seen a team use 4 different kickers in the first half of the game. Logan Robinson with the extra point attempt. Snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. Time out the field. 1:05 to go. Opening half. Berwick 35. Hanover area nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Experience the difference at Blaze Alexander Family Dealership. For over 40 years, Blaze Alexander has been Central PA's top choice for unbeatable prices. With 20 locations and 11 brands, we have what you want at a price you deserve. Over 4,000 new and pre-owned vehicles available. Why go anywhere else? Stop and shop or check us out online at blazealexander.com. Sales, service, parts, collision.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Total domination by the Bulldogs here in the opening half. They've scored on every possession but one. That last drive followed the interception by Alex Estrella. 7 plays, 61 yards. And Ty Wilkerson in from the 14 for his 3rd rushing touchdown this opening half.
Yeah, I have him with 5 carries for 151 yards, Jim. He's just playing at an elite level, and this very young Hanover team can't keep up with his speed.
Caleb Yost kickoff as skitters along the turf, picked up about the 18-yard line to the 20, and ridden out of bounds at the 30-yard line as Deacon Eisenbach looked like a face mask, but it was not called.
Brock Sims was able to square up, and I think he looked like, is there a flag? Are they holding me? So I think, everyone has their own little concerns as you go, but a nice play, I thought, by Brock Sims if he kept his hand off the face mask.
So Hanover has it at their own 30-yard line. They have 2 timeouts remaining and exactly 1 minute remaining in this opening half.
And a 35-0 score will put the second half into the mercy rule if it stays this way.
So Hanover area takes over, wide receiver to either side, and a running back to either side of quarterback Logan Richardson. Berwick showing blitz. Richardson back to throw. He's looking long to Eisenbach, just overthrown at the 42-yard line.
Sean Bankus in coverage was kind of staying with him, but Eisenbach shows that speed that maybe in the air he's going to be able to outrun you and get the separation. But overall, pretty good coverage by Berwick Sean Bankus.
I tell you what, if Hanover area can ever figure out how to protect quarterback Logan Richardson, he has a nice arm and he has a couple of good receivers.
Yeah, but the line, all 5 weigh 1,045 pounds, Jim. That's 209 pounds a man. And the other opponents we've been seeing, it's been closer to 250. They're young and they're undersized. It's going to be very hard to protect against the people Berwick's throwing at them.
2nd and 10 from the 30. Gives to Downey, trying to get outside right, and he'll be brought down right about the line of scrimmage.
Really like the way that Skylar Neville played at the defensive end. They brought a man who collided into him, but he would not give up the C-gap. He kept it tight, forced the runner to run wide of him, and then with his outside arm, still got an arm on him to slow him down, then they keep it to no gain.
And J.J. Leonard then finished the ball carrier off. No gain. 3rd down and 10. Clock running, 20 seconds remaining in this half.
Ball's on the right hash. Quarterback has the wide side of the field to his left. They're going to up the half run out, Jim.
So we will go in at the break with Berwick in command The score, Berwick 35, Hanover area nothing. You're listening to Berwick football on Pop Radio.
Escape the ordinary this fall. Navigate the unpaved roads in a Mazda CX-50 with as low as 0.9% financing for 60 months or 1.9% for 72 months at W&L Mazda. Maneuver through the city streets in a nimble Mazda CX-30 with low financing rates or up to $1,000 customer cash. Find your Mazda at W&L off Route 11 in Northumberland, online at WNLMazda.com or at the Bloomsburg Fair.
Financing available to well-qualified applicants only. Offer cannot be combined with any other discounts or incentives other than loyalty or military offers. Offer ends 9/3/24. See W&L Mazda for complete offer details.
Berwick Dental Arts, 9th Street in Berwick, is proud to be keeping generations of beautiful smiles across Bulldog Nation. Dr. Susan Ermish, Dr. Nathaniel Fluke, and their staff practice general and restorative dentistry, and they're open Monday through Friday. Whether you need a simple cleaning or a complicated procedure, Berwick Dental Arts will see that you have the best smile so you can be your best. Berwick Dental Arts, 9th Street in Berwick, is a proud supporter of Berwick Bulldogs football. Visit their website at berwickdentalarts.com.
Are your appliances feeling a little bit outdated? You're looking for the best deals in town? Well, look no further than Flick Brothers Electric, your go-to family-owned appliance paradise. Flick Brothers Electric has all the top-notch name-brand appliances you could ever dream of. Washers, dryers, refrigerators, dishwashers, microwave stoves. They even give free estimates on Fujitsu ductless air conditioner heat pump units. Flick Brothers Electric on Maple Lane, keeping Bloomsburg cool, clean, and cooking for over 65 years. Call them at 570-784-3444.
Family tradition is the foundation of Nespoli Jewelers, a family tradition started by Joseph Nespoli and continued by his grandson Jonathan. For 3 generations, Nespoli Jewelers have prided themselves on mixing fine with fashion. Jonathan can customize your engagement ring and wedding bands, design a unique piece of jewelry inspired by you, or simply help you find an affordable gift. Service, quality, creativity. Nespoli Jewelers. Yesterday's principles, today's creations. East Front Street in Berwick and online at nespolijewelers.com.
It's time for the Berwick Bulldogs halftime show on Pop Radio. Brought to you by W&L Subaru, Nissan, and Mazda. Discover the W&L difference today.
Jim Noel and Andy Lickney from Crespin Field in Berwick. A first half dominated by the Bulldogs. They lead Hanover area in the first meeting since 1949 of the two teams. Berwick 35 and Hanover area nothing. Bulldogs scored on their first possession as Ty Wilkerson showed why. He is the fastest person in the Wyoming Valley Conference, the 100-meter champion from the spring. A 61-yard touchdown run. Caleb Yost kicked the extra point. Berwick had an early 7-0 lead. Hanover area in their next possession forced a punt, and the snap sailed over the head of punter Connor Engelman. Got on it 1 yard in the end zone. Safety, and Berwick extended that lead to 9-0. Following the kickoff, Bulldogs took over at the Hanover area 39-yard line, put together a 5-play scoring drive. Key play was a 13-yard run by Ty Wilkerson, capped off on a 4-yard touchdown run by Billy Hansen. It was a thing of beauty as he rolled right, was contested, and then made a big dive into the end zone for the score. Caleb Yost with the extra point. With exactly 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter, Berwick extended their lead to 16-0. They added to that lead with 44 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Ty Wilkerson again showing off his speed, this time a 57-yard touchdown run. Extra point failed, but Berwick led 22-0 after 1 quarter play. Bulldogs kept it going in that second quarter. Put together a 7-play, 60-yard scoring drive. This time a 16-yard run by Billy Hansen capped the drive. Brock Sims, who's seen a lot of action with the injury to Gavin Galusha. Sims had runs of 11 and 12 on that drive. The extra point attempt failed, but Berwick had a 28-0 lead. Then later that second quarter, Logan Richardson's long pass intended for Deacon Eisenbach was picked off by Alex Estrella. And that led to a 7-play, 61-yard scoring drive. Ty Wilkerson in from the 14-yard line for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the first half. Everett Snyder had a 13-yard run along the way. Logan Richardson kicked the extra point, and that was with 1:05 to go in the half, a half that has come to an end with Berwick leading this one by a score of 35-0. Stay with us. Andy Lickney will have stats. We'll have scores of other games with Ashlyn Walshaw as well. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
Are you on the market for a new set of wheels? Once you find it, whether it's a functional grocery getter or a midlife crisis hot rod, the tag and title experts at Berwick Notary in Berwick are open 6 days a week, so you can be rest assured you'll be on the road and legal in no time. Berwick Notary can transfer a title, register an ATV or any kind of vehicle, and they're the only notary in Columbia County that registers boats. Berwick Notary's been serving the Bulldog community for over 40 years, and they proudly support the Berwick Bulldogs. Check out their Facebook page and go Dogs.
Free checking for you and your business. No strings attached. Sounds perfect, right? First Keystone Community Bank offers free personal and business checking options with free Visa debit card, no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and no monthly qualifying requirements. Checking with no gimmicks, just what you need. They'll be celebrating 160 years of serving their communities with 19 full-service locations and convenient digital banking tools 24/7. First Keystone Community Bank. Local banking for the community we all call home. Online at fkc.bank. Equal Opportunity Lender, member FDIC. Planning your next big event? Weddings, concerts, church festivals, even construction sites. Preferred Portables has you covered. Preferred Portables offers a luxury restroom trailer that even has hot water. No power? No problem. They can provide a generator to keep the lights on. They even provide sanitary service to campgrounds, parks, parties, and have 24-hour emergency service. Contact Preferred Portables to learn about event and contractor pricing. Check out their website, preferredportables.com. We're number one when you have to go number two.
We're here at Ken Pollock in Berwick, and Ken is here with us. And Ken, you've been here for the last 10 years or so. Has Berwick welcomed you?
Absolutely. I think we align perfectly as a group with the Berwick community. We're community-driven. We love servicing the people down here. We have great deals every day, whatever stage in life you might be at, looking for a car for your kid, family, whatever it might be. We have a huge selection here, and whatever you have, bring it down, and we'll service it for you as well. Our people are very eager and very knowledgeable about the product that we do have, so we really want to help you out and make you a part of the Ken Pollock family.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Halftime from Crispin Field, 35-0 is the Berwick lead. The Berwick Football Champions Club is selling tickets for your chance to win a rare piece of art depicting legendary coach George Curry by Topps card artist Vincent Wood. Chances are $5 each and can be purchased at the Bulldogs apparel tent opposite the home field house here at Crispin Field. Tickets can also be bought with cash in downtown Berwick at either Georgie's Bagels or Mason's Monogramming through Saturday, October 25th, when Berwick plays Tunkhannock at home. 5 winners will be drawn on that night. Berwick dominated on the scoreboard. Andy, I assume in the stats as well.
Yeah, even more so than on the scoreboard, Jim. Yeah, Berwick just has the size, the experience, the talent over this young Hanover Hawkeyes team. The Hawkeyes have only been able to muster 8 yards in total offense on 19 plays. 26 in the air, minus 18 on the ground. Berwick, on the other hand, on their 23 plays, has put together 280 yards, all of it on 20 rushes for 280 yards, 0 for 3 passing. We'll start with the Hanover Hawkeyes. Dwayne Downey, he's at minus 9 yards on his 6 carries. Jonathan Otway-Kellum tried a little bit of an end around. He got caught at the line of scrimmage on that. Camden Kratz out of the backfield, lost 2 yards on his singular carry. And freshman quarterback Logan Richardson, he has 3 carries in all. He's been sacked. He's at minus 7 yards on the game. So a net of minus 18 yards on the rushing plays. 3 of 13 passing for Logan Richardson. He shows a strong arm. He's able to get just enough time to get it downfield, but Berwick's looked strong in the secondary to limit. The only successful pass really was to Deacon Eisenbach. He caught a 25-yarder downfield. Jonathan Otway-Kellum, he caught one, stopped at the line of scrimmage, and they tried a screen to Camden Kratz. I give them a yard on that. 26 yards in the air, 3 of 13 passing, and 1 interception by Berwick. Minus 18 on the ground, a net of 8 yards here at halftime for the Hanover area Hawkeyes. For Berwick, it's all on the ground. 20 carries, 280 yards. Billy Hansen is 0 of 3 passing. They haven't really tried a whole lot to be successful there. Couple of sideway passes. He hit Gabe Decker in the hands one time in the flat. Should have been caught, but wasn't. So no passing yards. On the ground, well, the big story has been Ty Wilkerson. Amazing speed, 5 for 151 yards, 3 touchdown runs for the talented Ty Wilkerson in this game. Everett Snyder back in action in this one. He has 3 carries for 30 yards. Brock Sims has looked very good running the ball. I have him with 9 carries for 58 yards. The team lost 3 yards on a sort of a fumbled handoff. Didn't know who to blame. And Billy Hansen, the quarterback, he's run 5 times for 44 yards. So 280 on the ground on 20 rushes, nothing in the air. Berwick dominating with 280 yards to just 8 for Hanover as they are dominating on the scoreboard, Jimmy.
35-0 is the count. Berwick over the Hawkeyes of Hanover. We'll check other scores with Ashlyn Walshaw when we return. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family-owned with more than 35 years experience. And new Bulldog wear for every age, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. They even make online fundraising easy for you. Stop in today to discuss your next fundraising opportunity. You can also shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogramming for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick. The roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding, specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas. Now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
When you've been sidelined by an injury, all you want is to get back in the game. Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. We use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Call 833-LV-ORTHO. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Visit your Bloomsburg State Farm agent, Sean Black, at insurebloomsburg.com.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Halftime from Crespin Field, Berwick 35 and Hanover area nothing. We reached the halfway mark of the 2024 high school football regular season. It's weekend number 5. For an update on other scores, let's go to Ashlyn Walshaw.
Thanks, Jim. Bloomsburg currently leads Loyalsock 13-6 in the third. Southern Columbia leads Central Columbia 21-6 at half. Crestwood leads Danacoke 49-0 at half. Dallas leads Pittston area 21-15 at the half. Danville leads Milton 35-0 at the half. Hazleton area leads Wyoming Valley West 14-0 in the second. Hughesville leads Midwest 37-0 in the second. Lewisburg leads Warrior Run 17-0 in the third. Lackawanna Trail leads Mid-Valley 14-7 in the third. Mount Carmel leads Montoursville 24-17 in the third. North Schuylkill leads Jim Thorpe 28-7 at the half. Southern Lehigh leads Pottsville 21-7 in the third. Williamsport leads Selinsgrove 10-7 at the half. Shamokin leads Central Mountain 63-0 in the third. Jersey Shore leads Shikellamy 42-7 at the half. Wyoming area leads Tunkhannock 48-0 at the half. Valley View leads Honesdale 21-7 in the third. Wilkes-Barre area leads West Scranton 27-0 in the second, and I could not find an update for Holy Redeemer and Lake Lehman. Now back to Jim and Andy.
Thank you very much, Ashlyn. Right here is Berwick leading 35-0. We'll be back with the second half kickoff. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
The Mayo Funeral Homes, located at 110 Chestnut Street in Berwick and 77 Main Street in Chickashinny, are proud sponsors of Berwick Bulldog football. The Mayo Funeral Homes, serving all faiths, makes it easier for those you love with pre-arranged funeral counseling, insurance, and pre-financed funerals. Mayo Funeral Homes also offers expert guidance in both traditional and cremation services. Mayo Funeral Homes, perfection in every detail.
Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas of Berwick. The roofing experts for all of our listening area. With over 30 years experience and great rates, why go anywhere else when Red's Roofing will get the job done right for your roofing, decks, and siding, specializing in metal roofs, rubber roofs, and shingles. Most of the work is done in one day. Red's Roofing, the roofing ninjas. Now located in Dushore and also serving Bradford and Sullivan counties with owner Harry Titus, a supporter of the Berwick football team and St. Jude Children's Hospital. Call 570-752-4351.
This is Mike from M&M Carpet One in Bloomsburg. Is this the first time you've shopped with us? Let me explain why you should shop at a Carpet One store. We have over 1,300 store buying power. Carpet One stores sell more floor covering than the two big box stores do combined. That means not only do you get the best price, but you get to work with flooring professionals throughout the entire process, from estimates to installation. No one will give you more for your flooring dollar than M&M Carpet One in Bloomsburg.
It won't be long before tax time rolls around, so remember to visit Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting for your income tax needs. ND Accounting and Consulting handles both business and individual taxes, as well as offering a variety of accounting services, including payroll, auditing, and bookkeeping. For tax and accounting services, look for Michael Daddio CPA at ND Accounting and Consulting with two locations, 214 Pine Street in Berwick and 5929 Main Road in Sweet Valley.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Just a couple minutes away from the start of the second half, and Berwick leading Hanover area 35-0. Andy, C.J. Curry has never been in this position as a head coach, and that is trying to decide what to do with the second half when you have an overwhelming lead. Some coaches will let that first team offense, if you will, get a series or two in and then go to mass substitutions. It depends. I think the injury situation with Berwick could be a factor.
Yeah, it makes it to where a lot of your subs are already playing. I think Brock Sims, who hasn't had a lot of carries over the course of the season, now he has 9 for 58 in this game. I think you can keep him in and not look like you're running up. I think if you run Ty Wilkerson 5 or 10 times, I think you're going to look a little bit bad. You also don't have the experience at quarterback, so how much do you want Billy Hansen to stay in there and get a few more snaps, keep working the system? You might decide to let your linemen substitute, get a little more experience for some of the underclassmen at that area. Same defensively, too. I think you're still going to be able to outman the Hanover team and, keep this to a shutout type of situation. But, yeah, it's an awkward thing. I never had to worry about it as a coach in my first or second year because I never had a lead. But I'm sure C.J. Curry, sportsman that he is thinking about how he wants to handle it.
It will get a lot tougher for the Bulldogs next week as they travel to West Pittston to Jake Sobeski Stadium to take on the Warriors of Wyoming area. You heard Ashland give that score. They're well out in front of Tunkhannock. They're going to take a good record in that game. They've lost only once, and that was to Western Wayne. Randy Spencer has a great program at Wyoming area. In fact, they won a state championship as far back as 2019, so they've still got it going. It'll be the second game for Berwick on natural grass. You may recall that was the surface at Lackawanna Trail. So Berwick's going to get the football to start this second half, and we'll check on their substituting patterns. They lead Wyoming area by a score of 35-0.
One of the areas I found it hard to substitute, Jim, when I would get some leads, in my later years as a coach, it's hard to substitute the specialty teams. It's hard just to get them out, and if you ever had an injury, to make sure the right guy happens to go in. You don't have a second-team substitute team. Now, depending on how, well-structured your JV program is, you can send the whole JV unit in. But I think you keep your starters in on the specialty teams.
Berwick will be moving from our right to our left as we view things here in the third quarter. Connor Engelman will kick off for the Hawkeyes of Hanover area. Sean Bankus, Ty Wilkerson, deep for Berwick. Second half is underway. Beautiful kick by Engelman. And Bankus back to his 5-yard line. To the near side of the field, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Skirts a tackler there. Makes a nice move and gets up to the 30-yard line before he's gained tackle. So that's where the Bulldogs will put it in play with that 35-0 lead here in the third.
And was able to grab a hold. Alamin Kashindro wrestled him on down by the jersey, just wouldn't let go.
Sean Bankus shaking up a little earlier, comes off limping after that return. So Berwick moving from our right to our left with the football to start this third quarter, as Ashton Smith will start at the quarterback controls. He's got 2 blocking backs to the right, including Everett Snyder. Under center is Smith. Gives the ball off the right side to Rocco Romeo, and he has some running room out to the 39-yard line.
His first carry of the game. Played a very physical defense, leading tackler on the team. He'll get 9 on that first.
An injured player on the field for Hanover area, so we'll have a delay. You take nothing away from the people who have carried the football for Berwick in this game, but when you see every single running back making positive yardage, you got to look to those people up front and the job they're doing.
And they're doing it without Matt Gordner in this game. Nico Lanzinski in his guard spot, Draven Geiger at the other. Gavin Jones, always masterful at center. Big tackle Chase Shuckers. J.J. Leonard really do a nice job blocking. Overall, they've been taking tight splits so that nobody can filter their way through. They've been coming off the ball well, engaging their men, holding their blocks. And then impressive with the H-backs, the full-backs who are doing a lot of the kick-out blocking and helping the team get the corners. I've been impressed with that as well.
And again, if you're just joining us, Berwick playing short-handed in this game. They're without Gavin Galusha, Jake Lisnock, Julian Howie, Caleb May, and Matt Gordner. So the Bulldogs hoping they can get them back and get them back soon, as Ian Durian, who's been very active in this game, in on a number of tackles, is on his feet and walking to the sideline. 2nd and 1. Berwick at their own 39-yard line. We're just underway in the third quarter.
Notice for the first snap, Ty Wilkerson was on the sideline. Trying to see his number 5 there now. Not sure if he's re-entered the game.
2nd down and 1. Berwick at their 39. They come quickly to the line of scrimmage. Smith under center. Hands off, trying for the first down is Rocco Romeo, and he gets it to the 41-yard line.
Jackson Yancey managed to get through from the opposite side, come down the line of scrimmage, wrap him up, and make it challenging for Rocco Romeo to earn that first down.
Reminder, college football coming your way tomorrow on our sister station, Bigfoot Country 106.5. Huskies of Bloomsburg at Edinburgh. That'd be a noon start. And our airtime 11:30 with the Frank Sheptog show. Is the handoff coming around from a wing position is Rocco Romeo, and another good effort to the 46-yard line. Andy, I told C.J. Curry this week, only half kiddingly, he says, look, I've got a noon kickoff in Edinburgh on Saturday. I'd like 2 things from you. He says, what's that? I said, 1, mercy rule, and 2, go light on the timeout. So, boy, he's come through.
He's a good fellow.
He is.
Rocco Romeo with a different look. We've kind of seen him as a singleton back, powering straight ahead. That time coming from a wing back spot. Little counteraction.
First and 10 from the 47. Aiden George in motion to the right. He'll lead the blocking for Everett Snyder, who takes the toss sweep, runs over a tackler, runs over another, still on his feet to the 33-yard line. Hey, Everett Snyder, as Andy mentioned earlier, has missed a lot of action with injury this season. He's getting into it tonight.
Yeah, very physical. He probably ran over about 3 or 4 different people. Now, again, the Hawkeyes are a little undersized. Everett Snyder has some bulk to him. But like a bull that time, especially finishing the run strongly.
15 yards on that carry by Everett Snyder. First and 10 Berwick at the Hanover area, 32-yard line. Wing to the left side. Ashton Smith under center. Aiden George coming from a wing position has the ball, and he runs hard down to about the 23-yard line. So George that time lined up on a wing, came in motion, took the handoff, and picks up 10 yards and a first down.
Yeah, and people are just trying to catch the Noah Bohm, outside linebacker for this team, is standing there. And here comes Snyder with that head of steam, or Aiden George with that head of steam. And, well, you just can't catch a guy that big with that much momentum.
A wing to either side. Romeo to the right, George to the left. Romeo comes in motion. He takes the handoff. He tries to sweep the left side, cuts it inside, gets down to about the 14-yard line. As Berwick continues to run it hard with some new looks.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing. They're putting people out like it's an H-back or wing-back position. And in the last 3 plays or so, you're kind of seeing them coming back into the play, getting the handoff and turning it upfield with power.
Second and 3, Bulldogs just inside the Hanover area 15-yard line. Double tight end alignment, blocking backs to the right. Romeo gets the call from a tailback position. Rocco Romeo running hard, gets down to the 5-yard line.
He does run hard. When you put those 2 extra blocking backs out, and they're not always stacked, you can widen the line of scrimmage, and you can make some natural seams into defense, which is what Berwick did there. Rocco Romeo had the choice of where it was he wanted to run.
10 yards on that carry. First and goal, Berwick at the Hawkeye 5-yard line as we go under 7 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
All on the ground. Berwick with very limited passing on the game.
Romeo gets the call again off the left side this time. The Hawkeyes are up to the task. It'll be brought down around the 3-yard line.
Yeah, I like the way they played that. Number 52, Dylan Garrison, came on through, was able to wrap and pull him down for very limited running.
Ashton Smith is the quarterback for the Bulldogs in this series. He just went to the sideline. Got the play call. Skylar Nevin is the tight end on the left. Gabe Decker on the right. 2 blocking backs to the right. Romeo remains the lone running back. He gets the call off the left side. Rocco Romeo into the end zone for the touchdown. Rocco Romeo with his first score gets in from 3 yards out.
Just power football. Running behind the power backs, coming off the left side. Draven Geiger, J.J. Leonard leading the way at the line of scrimmage. And then tough running by Romeo, who refuses to go down until he's in the end zone.
Always have to check in this game who the kicker is for Berwick. We've seen 4 different kickers. This is Luke. Check that. It's Tanner Kiefer. Snap. Placement. Tanner Kiefer's kick is up, and Tanner Kiefer's kick is
off the goalpost.
No good. Hit the upright and went the wrong way where Tanner Kiefer's concerned. Time on the field, 6:09 to go, third quarter. Berwick 41, Hanover area nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Are you on the market for a new set of wheels? Once you find it, whether it's a functional grocery getter or a midlife crisis hot rod, the tag and title experts at Berwick Notary in Berwick are open 6 days a week, so you can be rest assured you'll be on the road and legal in no time. Berwick Notary can transfer a title, register an ATV or any kind of vehicle, and they're the only notary in Columbia County that registers boats. Berwick Notary's been serving the Bulldog community for over 40 years, and they proudly support the Berwick Bulldogs. Check out their Facebook page, and go Dogs!
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Bulldogs offense keeps it going on the ground. They take the second half kickoff, put together a 9-play, 70-yard scoring drive. Rocco Romeo in from 3 yards out for the score. Longest play on that drive, a 15-yard run by Everett Snyder.
Yeah, just physical, strapping it on, putting it to the offensive line, using some of the bigger backs who don't normally carry the ball, give them the opportunity to get some yardage under their belts.
Logan Robinson will kick off for the Bulldogs. 6:09 remaining here in the third quarter. We're in the mercy rule. Kick is a line drive kick. Deacon Eisenbach went down on the knee to make that grab, and unfortunately, in high school football, that means you're down right there. Right there is the 15-yard line. That's where Hanover area will take over for their first possession of this second half. We mentioned this team because of lead paint particles discovered inside their stadium. They're not playing any games at Hanover Memorial Stadium. They played at a couple of sites. Next week, they'll be playing a home game, so to speak, against Tunkhannock, and that game will be played at Wilkes-Barre area. I mean, that's a beautiful facility.
Yeah.
I mean, there's worse places to play, but still, you'd like to be at your home field, obviously.
We were kids. We used to eat lead paint.
The good old days. As Hanover area calls a timeout, we'll take one as well. 5:17 to go in the third. 41-0 Bulldogs. You're listening to Berwick Football and Pop Radio.
We're here at Ken Pollock in Berwick, and Ken is here with us. And Ken, you've been here for the last 10 years or so. Has Berwick welcomed you?
Absolutely. I think we align perfectly as a group with the Berwick community. We're community-driven. We love servicing the people down here. We have great deals every day, whatever stage in life you might be at, looking for a car for your kid, family, whatever it might be. We have a huge selection here, and whatever you have, bring it down, and we'll service it for you as well. Our people are very eager and very knowledgeable about the product that we do have, so we really want to help you out and make you a part of the Ken Pollock family.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Hanover area has the football for the first time in this second half. Hawkeyes take over at their own 15-yard lines. They move from our left to a right. Berwick leading this one 41-0. Saw Berwick coaches talking to some backup linemen on the sideline. We're likely to see a whole new unit when the Bulldogs get the football the next time. As a quick out to the far side to Jonathan Otway Kellum, and he gets out to about the 20-yard line. It's a quick hitter to him. The way the Berwick defense has rushed quarterback Logan Richardson, those kind of passes are probably the way to go for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, take the snap, immediately throw the football. A nice halftime strat. These are the ones I like what soccer does. To stretch around, pull him off. He's not really hurt. There's nothing that's going to keep him from getting back in the game once he works this out. I'd like to see this dealt with on the sideline. He's on the side of the field.
You can only ever have the first one. Yeah. And that's this one, and it'll be special. And he has had a long time to contemplate this one.
Hey, we're going to have it. I became the hero for him, getting him kind of off the hook of a lot of people quite angry with him.
Yeah, you weren't the hero to the handful of teachers that showed up that morning. Didn't hear the announcement. Well, it was Everett Snyder who was shaken up with that cramp. He comes off, and we are back to action. The ball at the 20-yard line. Hanover area in possession, facing a 2nd down and 5.
They're hustling straight to the football, Jim. Huddled on the sideline during the stoppage.
Slot to the right, slot to the left. Logan Richardson is the quarterback. Out of the gun, he fires a quick out, has his man. Eisenbach gets out to the 30-yard line. Well, that was a quick release by the freshman.
Yes, it was. Gave the Eisenbach time from the slot on the right, head on downfield, and kind of hook on up enough to get the chains.
They mark it at the 28, so it's an 8-yard pickup for Deacon Eisenbach and a 1st down for Hanover area. Logan Richardson went to the sideline to get the play. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Richardson out of the gun. Berwick coming hard, gets the pass away, incomplete. Flag down on the play behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to throw his brother Connor Richardson on a bit of a comeback. Made him dive coming back to the football.
It's going to be a roughing the passer against Berwick. So it'll be a 1st down for the Hawkeyes. So it'll be a 15-yard walk-off. So Rocco Romeo leaves the Berwick lineup. He is their leading tackler of the season from his linebacker position. Brock Sims, who's seen a lot of action as a running back tonight, replaces Rocco. 1st and 10. Hawkeyes at their 43-yard line. Front 4. Berwick, Skylar Neville, and Gabe Decker at the ends. Nico Lonzinski and Chase Shuckers at the tackles. Richardson out of the gun. Low snap. Goes back, gets it, and then is buried at the 27-yard line.
Gabe Decker with very quick penetration. If Decker wasn't there, he might have had time to pick it up and try to roll with it. Decker coming through so quickly forces the quarterback to fall on the football. It'll be a big loss.
Loss of 16 on the play. Well, loss of 13 because they're giving them forward progress to the 30-yard line. So 2nd and long for the Hawkeyes. Quick moving 3rd quarter. We in the mercy rule mode with Berwick leading 41-0. We'll go under 2 minutes. Remaining here in the 3rd when this ball is snapped.
Quarterback has enough pressure on him to begin with. Freshman feeling pressure. Then have the bad snap that you have to run after and hope to recover. Too much pressure.
I think he's going to be a good one.
I think so too.
3 receivers to the right. And now, after a shift, another shift.
Canadian football, they better set. There they go.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Richardson has the snap. Berwick coming hard. Gets the pass away, and it's caught over midfield. And Jonathan Otway Kellum all the way to the Berwick 40-yard line. They had the right call for that blitz. And quick release by Richardson.
Yeah, slings it out there. A little sidearm action to get through the hands of the linemen that are coming at him. No, he really put that on the money. Otway Kellum getting himself downfield. He was split out on the left, posting inside the cornerback, getting good position.
30 yards on the completion. 1st and 10. Hawkeyes at the Bulldogs 40-yard line. Eisenbach in a slot to the left. There's a slot to the right as well. Downey is the lone running back. Richardson under center, fires a quick out, incomplete. Would not have been a gain of much as Eisenbach had a dive for it right at the line of scrimmage.
Indecisive, though. The quarterback wanted to lead him a yard past the line, and Eisenbach wanted to take a step and then come back. So they're caught going in different directions, and they're not going to click unless they know which way they want to have that little short hitch pass be.
And that will be the end of the third quarter play with the score. Berwick 41, Hanover area nothing. You're listening to Bulldogs Football on Pop Radio.
Mason's Monogramming has the largest selection of Bulldog items in Berwick. Family-owned with more than 35 years experience. And new Bulldog wear for every age, including T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, polos, hats, and more. We even make online fundraising easy for you. Stop in today to discuss your next fundraising opportunity. You can also shop at masonsmonogramming.com for their new inventory and select in-person pickup or shipping right to you. Follow their Instagram at Mason's Monogramming for their latest new items. Mason's Monogram Service in Berwick. Let them personalize for you. Planning your next big event? Weddings, concerts, church festivals, even construction sites. Preferred Portables has you covered. Preferred Portables offers a luxury restroom trailer that even has hot water. No power? No problem. They can provide a generator to keep the lights on. They even provide sanitary service to campgrounds, parks, parties, and have 24-hour emergency service. Contact Preferred Portables to learn about event and contractor pricing. Check out their website, preferredportables.com. We're number one when you have to go number two.
W234BH West Hazelton at 94.7, WBWX at W242CY Berwick at 96.3, W282CO Bloomsburg at 104.3, and W288CF Danville at 105.5. Your home for Berwick Bulldogs football is Pop Radio, Southern Mountains media station.
41-0 Berwick as we start the fourth. Hanover area's Logan Richardson throws a pass intended for Jonathan Otway Kellum. A little too high for him. Incomplete. 41-0 is the Berwick lead. Hanover area has it at the Bulldog 40-yard line, where now they face a third down and 10.
Ball leaning toward the left hash, Wyatt's out of the field to the right. But Berwick comes upfield very quickly in its pass rushes, and this quarterback really doesn't get the opportunity to roll out. So his decision normally is to get the ball in shotgun and get rid of it very, very quickly.
Three receivers to the right. Jonathan Otway Kellum to the left. Ty Wilkerson out on him. Richardson has the snap back to throw, looking for Jonathan Otway Kellum, and he can't come down with it. Well thrown.
Yeah.
Good battle downfield. Otway Kellum had just a half step on Ty Wilkerson, and the ball well thrown, but it's an incompletion.
Yeah, I think one that he should have caught, and he would have had for about a 30-yard gain, and then down in the red zone for his team. But loses his focus as he tries to pull it in.
Fourth down and 10. Hawkeyes at the Bulldog 40. Again, in the mercy rule, the clock continues to run even after these incompletions, as the Hawkeyes will have a slot to the left and a slot to the right for this fourth down play. Back to throw is Richardson, looking long downfield, overshoots his mark, and it is incomplete. So Berwick will take over the football at their own 40-yard line with 10:09 remaining in the game, and the Bulldogs leading this one by a score of 41-0.
Yeah, on that last passing play, Logan Richardson wanted to go deep, but his receiver, Deacon Eisenbach, pulled up short on the route, so no chance of the completion. Berwick huddling on the sideline with the coaches. C.J. Curry coming out of there. They'll go right to the football, and we'll check the personnel.
Looks like the center, Gavin Jones, will stay in there. Ashton Smith is the quarterback. Brock Sims is the running back. He's had a good game running the football. Gets another opportunity. He's still on his feet. He's in the secondary to the Hanover area 45-yard line.
Take that one for 15 yards, Jim. Exploded off the football. This offensive line is just sort of eating up the undersized Hanover defense. And Brock Sims just refusing to go down. He had yards at halftime, add 15 more to that. Give him 73 now on the game.
First and 10. Bulldogs at the Hawkeye 45-yard line. Rocco Romeo on a wing to the right side. Comes in motion. Fake handoff. Keeping the ball is Ashton Smith, the Berwick quarterback, with a good effort down to the 33-yard line of Hanover area. First carry of the game for Smith.
And he'll move the chains with that, Gary. Nice play action faking, and then sort of rolling a little bit to his right. Designed run to go off the C-gap on the right side. He had the blocking and then some tough running to finish the play.
12 yards on the carry by Ashton Smith. And 1st and 10 Berwick at the Hanover area 33. Double tight end alignment, blocking to the left. Following that blocking is Brock Sims, and Sims gets down to about the 26-yard line. Lucas Cruz is on the stop for Hanover area.
Yeah, I like the way Lucas Cruz plays. We've seen him a lot on specialty teams, receiving kickoffs that were near out of bounds. Doesn't mind the collisions, plays a nice aggressive linebacker, but it still doesn't stop Sims from getting 8 yards.
Second down call from the Hanover area 26-yard line. Blocking backs to the right. Sims the running back. Smith gives to Sims. Sims started right, cuts it up in the middle, still on his feet, down around the 12-yard line.
Running strong with deliberation there. Sees his lineman blocking for him. Sees nothing penetrating through the seams. Waits patiently for things to develop and gets as much as he can out of the run.
14 on the carry by Brock Sims. He might get 100.
He has 95 right now, Jim.
Ball at the 12-yard line. Sims again, the lone running back. There's a wing to either side. From the 12, Rocco Romeo in motion, leading the blocking for Sims. Turns the corner, trying to get outside to the 5 and drag down about the 4-yard line.
Nice running. He went just outside the block but stayed as close as he could to it to save the sideline for himself. Decided to work the sprint. Corner comes over, at first grabs at the face mask and then leaves go. So Brock Sims keeps on running and stretches it for 8. So it will be a 100-yard game for Brock Sims.
Second down and 2. Berwick at the Hanover area 4-yard line. Sims gets the call up the middle. Brock Sims looking for a touchdown, and he has it. Sims up the middle from 4 yards out.
Give him 105 yards on the game. Power running in this drive. He'll credit his blockers. They'll credit some of his running as well. Tough nose running to work that scoring drive. All on the ground.
60-yard scoring drive by the Bulldogs. Luke Kiefer will come on to attempt the extra point. Bulldogs keep it on the ground and keep it going. Luke Kiefer booms it through. Time on the field, 6:08 remaining. Berwick 47, Hanover area nothing. You're listening to Berwick Football and Pop Radio.
Are your appliances feeling a little bit outdated? You're looking for the best deals in town? Well, look no further than Flick Brothers Electric, your go-to family-owned appliance paradise. Flick Brothers Electric has all the top-notch name-brand appliances you could ever dream of. Washers, dryers, refrigerators, dishwashers, microwave stoves. They even give free estimates on Fujitsu ductless air conditioner heat pump units. Flick Brothers Electric on Maple Lane, keeping Bloomsburg cool, clean, and cooking for over 65 years. Call them at 570-784-3444.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
48-0 is the Berwick lead. Last score, 6 plays, 60-yard drive. Brock Sims in from the 4-yard line for the score. He was the workhorse on that drive. The sophomore had runs of 14 and 15 yards. As Andy told you, he's gone over 100 yards for the game.
13 carries in all for 105 is his total, so unless someone knocks him backwards, he has that century mark, and that's one to be proud of.
Caleb Yost has a short pooch kick, fielded by one of the up men, and he'll be down about the 39-yard line. Connor Richardson on the return. The Hawkeyes will have it. You know, you mentioned that possibility of getting a loss, Andy. I heard a story of this NFL team. A running back gained 1,000 yards for the first time in franchise history. They stopped the game, gave him the ball. Next carry, he lost yardage.
Oh, no.
And went under 1,000 yards.
No. I remember when O.J. Simpson was going for 2,000 in a game. And I think they kept him in to, pad it a little bit, make it more than 2,001. And I think on the next play, he may have lost a few yards, but he gained enough to get to that threshold.
I think Brock Sims will be safe because there's 5:51 to go. That seems like a lot of time, but it's not a lot of time when you're in the mercy rule and the clock continues to run. Of course, we do have a timeout called here, as Hanover area will have it just short of their 40-yard line with a first down.
They've been coming out passing the ball. It's not slowing things down any because the clock continues even with the incomplete passes. I like what I see it. It's such a young team, Jim. You have a set of triplets playing. Did I get that word right?
Right. All ninth graders.
Yeah,
too.
all ninth graders. And in key positions, quarterback, cornerback, running back. It's a team that's going to develop, and hopefully in the future this team can make some things happen.
Slot to the right, slot to the left. One of those aforementioned triplets, Logan Richardson, takes the shotgun snap, fires over the middle, and the ball is caught by Jonathan Otway Kellum and gets to the Berwick 42-yard line.
He's had a number of nice plays. He just had a 30-yard catch not too long ago. Here they're going to comfortably move the chains. He finds himself behind the linebackers in front of the deep safeties. It's a very nice play for the Hawkeyes.
18 yards on the reception. First and 10, the Berwick 42-yard line. Clock running, 5:17 remaining. Stay with us following the game. Ashlyn Walshaw will bring us updated on the high school football scoreboard. We're halfway through the 2024 regular season with this weekend's games. Richardson out of the gun, fires to the far side, comes up short of the intended target. Second down coming for Hanover area.
Trying to get Deacon Eisenbach breaking out. I think Deacon Eisenbach may have slipped on his break, and the ball falls down to the ground incomplete.
Second down and 10, Hanover area at the Berwick 42-yard line. They've had the ball in Berwick territory 4 or 5 times in this game, but have nothing on the board to show for it. Trying to break the shutout here. Logan Richardson now under center. Dwayne Downey is the running back deep in the backfield. Give to him on a draw play. He's got a little bit of running room to the 35-yard line. Flag down to the play.
I think a horse collar face mask is the way they'll call it. He burst on the draw very nicely. And again, credit the coaches. They realize the rush that's coming. They've tried screens. This is the second nice draw they've run. As they bring him down after about 8 yards of a gain, he's pulled by the back of the helmet or the back of the jersey down to the ground. Berwick will be penalized there.
Some of the subs in for Berwick now. Connor Roberts is in that defense. Nick DeFinis is in the lineup. Ashton Smith is actually playing some defense now. First and 10, Hanover area at the Berwick 20-yard line as we go under 4 minutes remaining in the game.
As a coach, you still like to see your second unit keep this team shut out.
3 receivers to the right. Eisenbach to the left. Logan Richardson has the shotgun snap. Big pass rush. Stops. Throws to the end zone. Eisenbach goes up. Makes the grab for the touchdown. That's a terrific catch by Deacon Eisenbach. It was covered pretty well. And he went up and got it in a nice throw by Logan Richardson.
Yeah, throw really under pressure, Jim. I don't think he was able to see the touchdown catch as people kind of swarmed, and he unleashed it high, knew where his receiver was. And you've mentioned these are very talented receivers. Eisenbach will miss the first 2 games of the year, so building up the stats. And that was a beautiful touchdown reception.
20 yards altogether. So Hanover area avoids the shutout there on the board. And Connor Engelman will attempt the extra point.
Wearing those salmon-colored shoes.
We'll see what kind of luck that brings him on this extra point attempt as the placement. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. No good. Doesn't help him. No. 3:39 remaining. Berwick 48. Hanover area 6. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Family tradition is the foundation of Nespoli Jewelers, a family tradition started by Joseph Nespoli and continued by his grandson Jonathan. For 3 generations, Nespoli Jewelers have prided themselves on mixing fine with fashion. Jonathan can customize your engagement ring and wedding bands, design a unique piece of jewelry inspired by you, or simply help you find an affordable gift. Service, quality, creativity. Nespoli Jewelers. Yesterday's principles, today's creations. East Front Street in Berwick and online at nespolijewelers.com.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
Logan Richardson has his 4th touchdown pass of the season. Deacon Eisenbach has his first touchdown reception. And Hanover has their first points of this game with 3:39 remaining. 20-yard strike from Richardson to Eisenbach. 48-6 is the Berwick advantage.
Like the pocket courage that the young freshman quarterback showed, Logan Richardson was really under duress with people coming in on him. He knew the corner where his receiver would be. He trusts the receiver to make the catch if he can get that ball in his area, and he did.
Now a kickoff coming from Engelman. Following his failed extra point attempt.
They're short 2 people, Jim. 4 and 4 and 1 kicker. And they're going to kick it anyway.
Well, let's go.
Yeah, they're waiting.
Someone just came in off the sideline. Now it's 10. One more, guys.
Yeah, it's your chance if you're a freshman to run on in. Now you have 6 on one side of the ball, 4 on the other. I think in the pros you're not allowed to do that.
Engelman's kick. Very, very high and deep into Bankus on the return to the 25 to the 30. And Sean Bankus over the 38-yard line before he is brought down by El Amin Kashirno. And Berwick will have it for probably the last time. And the officials hopefully with the penalty for the last time. With 3:32 to go. Call is
personal foul. They pointed Hanover, then they pointed Berwick. I think they meant Berwick. Not real clear, but we'll see when they march it off which way it goes. Let's go, boys. Yeah. Chain gang seems to know what it is and where they want to be. They've moved the chains back.
You know, I'd like to create some drama with this call coming, but when it's 48-6 and there's 3:22 to go, it's difficult to do.
Often on personal fouls, coaches want to know who did it and what did they do. You often want to speak to those players after the fact, you know, later in the week. No one seems to know. Now they need a football.
And now the football's resting at the...
Oh, there it is.
19-yard line.
Well, I don't have to drive to Edinburgh tonight.
Come on, let's go.
You have a great show for an Al Anaconas, Jim.
Let's
Enjoy
go.
That game.
Let's go.
I'll be listening in.
From the 19, Ashton Smith remains at the quarterback controls. Otherwise, all subs in for Berwick. The call to Connor Roberts. Roberts off the left side. Flag down the play. Come on, boys. No flags. No flags. Let it go.
18 yards or so off the run, though, as Connor Roberts exploded off the left side. Turned it into a nice sweeping action, and then the Hanover defenders could not bring him down.
6th carry of the season for Connor Roberts. 5'9", 155-pound ninth grader. Let's have a conference about this call.
Question is, there was a hold, but the flag's about 10 yards into the play and on the back side. Here we go. Holding, but they're calling it going against the defense. Who are you holding? Wasn't a pass play. And they're marching it at the end of the run? I'm confused. That's okay. I don't care. I don't care. I'll give Connor Roberts the 18.
Ball at the Berwick 47-yard line. That's where the Bulldogs have it with 2:54 to go in the game. Let's see if we get a play without a flag. Call goes to Roberts off the left side. He picks up 2 to the 49-yard line.
And just powering it off the left side. Going to see a lot of vanilla calls in here between the tackles. We approach 2.5 minutes to go with the running clock.
So C.J. Curry's going to get his first career win. It comes in convincing fashion. Bulldogs had a couple of could-have, should-haves in the first 4 weeks of the season. But they put it all together tonight. Roberts gets the call, hit behind the line, and he'll end up losing a yard to the 48-yard line.
Seth Moran, the backup defender on 9 penetration, slowed him down in the backfield. He was able to spin away before the other tacklers caught him. Just get a yard on that, though, Connor Roberts.
Ryder Bencho, number 23, comes into the Berwick offensive alignment. Bulldogs face a 3rd down and 8 from their own 48-yard line. High formation. Wide receiver to either side. And Ashton Smith is going to keep it. Quarterback keeper off the right side. Nice strong run by him. And he gets down to the Hanover area 33-yard line.
It was a nice run. We saw him call his own number earlier, where the coaches call it, and he doesn't mind it because it seems like he enjoys running. A little faking off to the left. He then spins, sort of a bootleg action, but very tight to the line of scrimmage. Turns into a quarterback sweep, and he has the open side.
19 yards on the carry by Ashton Smith, who's under center now with an I formation behind him. Connor Roberts is the tailback. He gets the call, but big hole off the left side, and he gets by a man to the 25, and then he's hit hard at about the 24-yard line.
And going to get to the chains. 10 more yards to the Berwick running back, Connor Roberts. 32 yards now on his 4 carries.
Ball at the 25-yard line.
Will they run a play? I don't think so.
No, Bulldogs calling their offense. C.J. Curry, first-year head coach for the Bulldogs, has the initial win of his career as it winds down. The final score, Berwick 48, Hanover area 6. Stay tuned to our postgame. We will have the scoring, the stats, and other scores with Ashlyn Walshaw. You're listening to Berwick Football on Pop Radio.
Hey, hometown fans. You know Journey Bank as your trusted local bank. But did you know we're also the biggest cheerleader for our community's youth? From athletes competing under the Friday night lights, to students excelling in the classroom, to talented teen stars singing center stage. We're investing in the future of our young people. At Journey Bank, we're committed to helping our kids score big in every aspect of life. Journey Bank, where dreams are nurtured and futures are built. Journey Bank, proud supporter of our local youth.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Overhead Door to provide the finest quality residential and commercial garage door products, installation, and service. With winter right around the corner, your garage doors need a tune-up. For only $99 for one or $125 for multiple doors, they'll check, lube, and adjust your garage doors and openers so they operate smoothly. Call for their seasonal tune-up special, Overhead Door of Berwick. They're more than just doors. See their 5-star rating on their Google business page or visit ohdberwick.com.
When you've been sidelined by an injury, all you want is to get back in the game. Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. We use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Call 833-LV-ORTHO. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
Hey, hometown fans. You know Journey Bank as your trusted local bank. But did you know we're also the biggest cheerleader for our community's youth? From athletes competing under the Friday night lights, to students excelling in the classroom, to talented teen stars singing center stage, we're investing in the future of our young people. At Journey Bank, we're committed to helping our kids score big in every aspect of life. Journey Bank, where dreams are nurtured and futures are built. Journey Bank, proud supporter of our local youth.
Family tradition is the foundation of Nespoli Jewelers, a family tradition started by Joseph Nespoli and continued by his grandson Jonathan. For 3 generations, Nespoli Jewelers have prided themselves on mixing fine with fashion. Jonathan can customize your engagement ring and wedding bands, design a unique piece of jewelry inspired by you, or simply help you find an affordable gift. Service, quality, creativity. Nespoli Jewelers. Yesterday's principles, today's creations. East Front Street in Berwick and online at nespolijewelers.com.
This is Berwick football coach C.J. Curry. You're listening to Bulldogs football on Pop Radio.
In their opening game of the season, Berwick lost by 6 points to Lake Lehman. Last week, they had a lead over Hazleton area late in the third. Both those games got away. Bulldogs finally got one tonight, and they got one in convincing fashion. The final 48-6 over Hanover area. Big night for Ty Wilkerson, as he scored on Berwick's first possession, showing off that great speed of his on a 61-yard touchdown run. Caleb Yost with the extra point, 7-0 Bulldogs. Next possession for Hanover area, bad snap from a punting situation, a safety for the Bulldogs to go up 9-0. Berwick taking over, following the free kick at the Hazleton area 39-yard line. 5-play drive, Billy Hansen in from 4 yards out for the score. Caleb Yost with the extra point, 16-0 Bulldogs. Ty Wilkerson again later in the first quarter, 44 seconds to go. A 57-yard touchdown run. Extra point failed. Bulldogs led 22-0. In the second quarter, Billy Hansen from his quarterback spot, a 16-yard touchdown run, capping a 7-play, 60-yard drive. Kick failed, but Berwick led 28-0. Later in that second quarter, Alex Estrella with a very nice interception started Berwick off on a 7-play, 61-yard drive, capped on a 14-yard touchdown run by Ty Wilkerson. Logan Robinson kicked the extra point. Berwick led 35-0 at the half, and we went into the mercy rule situation. In the third quarter, off the second half kickoff, 9-play, 70-yard drive by the Bulldogs. Rocco Romeo in from 3 yards out. Kick failed, but Berwick led 41-0. Last score for Berwick came with 6:08 to go. Brock Sims, a sophomore, playing a lot tonight with the injury to Gavin Galusha. Ended up with over 100 yards rushing, as Andy will detail in his stats. He went in from 4 yards out. He also had runs of 14 and 15 yards on that drive. Luke Kiefer with the extra point, 48-0 Bulldogs. And Hanover area got on the board with 3:29 to go. A 20-yard touchdown pass from 9th grade quarterback Logan Richardson to Deacon Eisenbach. The kick failed, making our final score Berwick 48, Hanover area 6. For a look at other scores on weekend number 5 of the regular season, let's go to Ashlyn Walshaw.
Thanks, Jim. Loyalsock defeated Bloomsburg 20-13. Southern Columbia leads Central Columbia 42-6 in the third. Crestwood defeats Nanacoke 55-0. Dallas defeats Pittston area 30-22. Danville bested Milton 49-0. Hazleton currently leads Wyoming Valley West 27-0 in the fourth. Hughesville defeated Midwest 57-0. Lewisburg defeated Warrior Run 24-0. Lackawanna Trail defeats Mid Valley 26-14. Mount Carmel defeated Montoursville 41-17. North Schuylkill currently leads Jim Thorpe 50-7. Southern Lehigh defeated Pottsville 34-25. Selinsgrove currently leads Williamsport 21-20. Shamokin defeated Central Mountain 76-0. Jersey Shore defeated Shikellamy 63-13. Wyoming area beat Tunkhannock 54-13. Valley View defeated Honesdale 36-20, and Wilkes-Barre area defeated West Scranton 35-2. Now let's go back one more time with Jim Doyle and Andy Ulickney.
Okay, thank you very much, Ashlyn. Right here, it's all Berwick 48-6. The stats will show you why the Bulldogs dominated.
Yeah, Berwick had 468 yards rushing on 41 carries. Nothing in the air, so 468 is their total. They're able to hold the Hanover area Hawkeyes to 79 yards. Hanover had 102 in the air, minus 23 on the ground. And Berwick was stifling on defense. Dwayne Downey running 6 carries, minus 1 yard. Jonathan Otway-Kellum had a carry, stopped at the line of scrimmage. Camden Krantz knocked for a 2-yard loss. And Logan Richardson, the freshman quarterback, 4 carries in all, sacked a few times, minus 20 yards for him. So minus 23 is the net on 12 rushing yards for Hanover. In the air, 8 of 23 for Logan Richardson. Came on strong in the second half. Jonathan Otway-Kellum had 4 catches for 53 yards. Deacon Eisenbach had 3 carries for 48 yards, and Camden Krantz caught a screen, got a yard on that. 8 receptions, 102 yards. Lose to 23 yards on the ground, a net of 79 yards, where Berwick's defense really did prove dominant against the Hawkeyes of Hanover area. For Berwick, again, 0 for 3 passing, nothing in the air, but 468 on the ground. And the stat sheet gets a little messed up, but Ty Wilkerson, he's not messed up. Just 6 carries, but 161 yards, 3 touchdowns. Rocco Romeo, second half carry 6 times for 43 yards. Brock Sims, 105 yards. It's the century mark on 13 carries. Strong second half for Brock Sims. Connor Roberts chips in 4 carries for 32 yards at the end of the game. Aiden George, a 10-yard burst. Everett Snyder, 4 carries for 45. Billy Hansen, 5 carries for 44. And Ashton Smith, 31 yards on 2 carries for him. Add them all up, 41 rushes, 468 yards. A dominant rushing performance for Berwick in this one, Jimmy Doyle.
With the loss, Hanover area goes to 0-5 on the season. They'll play Tunkhannock next Friday. That game will be played at Wilkes-Barre area. For Berwick, they'll take a 1-4 mark on the road to Jake Sobeski Stadium in West Pittston next Friday.